The Wild Wild West.
Sorry about that, Sean. Our producer's a punk.
Yeah, he's a young punk, man.
He's a young superstar. He thinks he's a hotshot. He got intoxicated and went on Instagram Live this week.
Really?
Yeah, he made a fool of himself.
An absolute fool of himself. He tried to delete it, and I shared it just to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, I regret it very much.
What did you do exactly?
I just
Not exactly. Don't say exactly what you did.
I got really drunk and opened up Instagram Live and played Lakeshore Drive. Do you know that song, Lakeshore Drive?
Yeah.
It's very good. And I listened to that, and I just wanted to share a moment with everybody, and I regret it very much.
You should.
Well, you learned. And
Yeah.
That's good.
Thanks, guys.
We try to.
It'll go away. It'll never.
Yeah, it's not forever, so that's good.
Well, thanks for coming here and doing this. I'm
honored to be here.
pleased. We're honored. For real. I've been really happy about this. So it's just pumping me up. And apparently, so you are, because they've been trying to say you're totally out of it, but now you guys have had you guys are on all the ballots now in all 52 states.
No, we're on the ballots in 14 states. We got on Texas today. We needed Texas the hardest one because you have 45 days to get 100,000 signatures. But we found here what we're finding elsewhere, it's incredibly easy for us to get signatures. So we got 250,000 signatures, which we try to get at least double what we need because the DNC and the RNC are going to come in and try to go through every signature and try to, exclude them.
Really? So they take that very seriously.
Yeah, they're
But
going to
not,
try. Their strategy is to keep us off the ballot.
Yeah.
They're trying to save democracy by destroying it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that
my
makes
fault.
sense.
I totally, for some reason, I must have got misinfoed. I thought it was
No,
a
but
200.
we've done the hard states. We're going to get on the ballot, and I think they're beginning to realize that now. We've done really effectively all the hard states. We're not on the other really hard state is New York, where you need 45. You have 45 days to get 45,000, but there's these other provisos that you have to get them from certain counties and certain congressional districts, a certain amount. And we had a firm come in that we hired to do our, ballot signatures. So we had 100,000 volunteers in the state. And then we had a firm come in that was charging us, but we suspect that the firm was actually secretly working for the DNC. And they did things to invalidate almost all the ballots they collected, that if we had not discovered it early, it would have sunk us.
Whoa.
So we're about to file litigation against them.
If only it was a mail-in vote, I think they would take it less seriously.
So you have to get per state. You have to get a certain amount of signatures to be on the ballot. Is that how it
Yeah,
works?
every state.
Jeez. Okay.
This is what I always thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, I always thought it was a bad move by the DNC to try to get you off the ballot because I thought you might take more votes away from what otherwise would be a Trump voter. What do you think of that?
I take more votes away from Trump than I do from Biden at this point. So we've polled our own people, and we take about 57% of the people who are our supporters who we poll say that if I drop out of the race, they'll vote for President Trump, which is why President Trump now has opened up all the firepower against me. But we also did a poll. We did the biggest poll ever done, at least in this presidential race. A typical poll like the Quinnipiac poll, or the Harvard-Harris poll, the Siena poll, the Gallup poll has from 1,200 to usually 2,200 people that they interview. We surveyed 26,000 people. The poll has a margin of error of virtually zero. So anybody who does that poll would end up with the same results. And it was very interesting because what it shows is that if I stay in the race, Biden loses. If I get out of the race, Biden loses even worse. He loses 2 extra states, Maine and Virginia. We did every state. And if Biden dropped out of the race, I would beat Trump. So Biden cannot beat Trump, but I will beat Trump. I don't beat him by much. I beat him by 3 electoral votes, but Biden loses catastrophically to him. And then if Trump dropped out, which of course will never happen, but then I beat Biden in a landslide. So I beat President Biden. I take 39 states and he only gets 11. So I'm actually in a different position nobody's ever been in history, which is a third-party candidate who in a head-to-head race will beat either of the candidates from the major parties.
Damn, and they won't debate you at this point. Neither of them will.
Well, the debates are scheduled after the conventions. So there's a presidential debate commission, and it has scheduled 3 debates. The first one is in September 18th. And if I meet certain metrics, which the big metric is 15% in recent polling, then I will be on the debate stage, and I should meet that metric. So they should have to debate me. I mean, they should debate me anyway because of because my favorability ratings are better in every poll. My favorability ratings are better than either President Biden or President Trump. So if they want to do the right thing, they would debate me.
So
But I don't think they. I don't. Do you think President Biden is going to debate?
I don't think he'll debate.
I don't think he can.
I think they'll say that if they debate Trump, that's a threat to democracy, and they won't dignify Trump with a debate.
Yeah, they'll say that they're legitimizing him.
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is weird since he's already been president.
he's a criminal though. Yeah, he's going to jail. But so how do you deal with because you get crushed all the time in the media for just I followed it from a long time for they were saying you communicate with your dead ancestors, which every different thing I've seen, if you read it for 2 seconds, it's oh, you're talking about a meditative exercise. That if anyone else said it, it'd be oh, that's actually really nice. So how do you, what are some of the weirdest characterizations or whatever you've had? And how do you deal with that?
Well, they've applied everything to me. I mean, anti-Semitic, racist, talks of my dead ancestors, anti-vax, anti-science. I mean, we should make a list of them. This week it's that I have a brain worm, which was actually true.
Got you.
That is a tough one.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Brainworms, tough.
Yeah, that was I think 13 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was in a deposition for my divorce. And I think it was 12 or 13 years ago. And the New York Times went it back and dug up that deposition.
Wait, she brought it up in the divorce hearings?
I don't know. It was in a deposition. So
It's a good move by her.
For sure.
Yeah.
This guy's crazy.
Fucking brain
yeah. But I forget the context in which it was brought up. But at that time I was having a lot of brain fog, and I was having trouble with word retrieval. And so a guy who was a buddy of mine, he was actually a guy I was in prison with for the summer of 2001. I was in maximum security prison, and he was my cellmate. He's the head of the biggest labor union in the country, Dennis Rivera. This was when we were put in jail for protesting Vieques, the bombing of Vieques, and I had won. I had been the attorney for the people of Vieques at that time. And we were good friends, and because he was the head of the hospital's union, he had a lot of contacts in the hospital, and I told him that I was having this trouble, and he said, I'm going to get you in for a CAT scan. He got me in for a CAT scan. The CAT scan showed a black dot in my brain, and they said it was a tumor. They said it's got to be a tumor. My uncle had died only a couple of months before from glioblastoma, which is a brain tumor. And my Uncle Teddy, had been on the chairman of the health committee in the United States Senate for 50 years. So we had really good contacts in the medical community. And we, at that point, because they had all been involved, the best oncologists and neurologists in the country had been involved in treating him. So they were all on the speed dial and, family phones. So I was able to take these films and send them around to the best doctors in the world, and they all said, yeah, it's a brain tumor. And then I had to get surgery, and I was going to use the same surgeon that Teddy did, which is this guy in North Carolina at Duke. And I was going in to pick up my films on the Monday, and I was scheduled for surgery on the Tuesday, which I was not looking forward to. And there was a young doctor, an Irish doctor, who was sitting in the office where my films were at Columbia Presbyterian. And we struck up a conversation. It was about Ireland and stuff. And he said to me, "What are you here for?" And I said, "I got a brain tumor." And he said, "Can I look at your films?" And I said, "Yeah." So he put them up on the light board. And he stared at him for a long time. And meanwhile, we'd had literally the best surgeons in the world looking at these. And this is this young kid, and he looks at it and looks at it, and he said, and then he turns to me and he said, "I don't think you've earned surgery." And I was like, "Tell me more." And he said, "There's something about this. I don't think it's a tumor." He said, "What you should do is measure it really precisely, and then 6 weeks later, measure it again. If it's a tumor, it'll grow. If it's not a tumor, it's something else." So I went back every 6 weeks for the next 6 months, and it never grew. And then at the end, he said, "It's probably this thing called neurocystic sarcosis, which is like a form of a tapeworm that gets in your brain." He said, "It's dead. It's not in there, or you'd see it." But apparently it's very common in India, and I had traveled a lot in India, because of my work. It's also common in the hog industry, and I had been suing the hog farms for 10 years.
Pig suing.
So I don't know exactly where I got it, but anyway,
What
it's dead.
What part of your brain was it in?
It was on my left side in the front.
Okay, so I think
Well,
that
I don't
part
know.
it's not super important for what I know about brains. Front is important, and like the bottom, pretty important. Sides are just like memory and
the worm-
balance. You don't need that. You don't need that.
The worm was, you couldn't remember words. It was eating the words. What was this, a bookworm?
No. I don't actually think the worm was causing me
I
any
sat on
problem.
that for 5 minutes. Pause.
So that was the theory, though.
I don't think it was. Because at the same time, I found out that I had huge mercury levels. So I had 10 times the amount of mercury that EPA considers safe. When I chelated out the mercury, all my cognitive issues were resolved. And so I don't even think that the brainworm, I don't know what the brainworm did. A doctor told me at one point, he said, you could lose 10 IQ points and you'll never know it.
True.
He said, even people around you won't really notice it. So I don't know, do you think you're as smart today as you were when you were a kid?
I don't know. I can't tell. I think I'm smarter, but I might.
You've gotten smarter.
I got Audible. Audible helped me a lot. I was pretty dumb. Now
I've gotten significantly
Yeah,
dumber.
Audible is good.
Audible is good.
You think you've gotten smarter?
No, I've gotten dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that from the drinking? And
Yeah, probably alcohol, lack of sleep for a long time.
Stress.
That'll do it. Stress. It's incredible.
Well,
stress.
I know this, that my kids seem a lot smarter than I was, and they think they're smarter than I was. So,
Yeah, they have the leg up though. They have the benefit of how smart you are. Then you raise them with your level of smartness, so they get more smartness. I went to school for psychology for a year. Well, here's a question. This always kind of cracks me up, but because I'm like been fascinated with like how you're portrayed and all this stuff. And the thing that really kind of cracks me up is when people are like, "Oh, like you're coming on these positions, you're grifting, you're trying to get supporters." But then the things they're hitting you for are like, again, vaccines, wildlife preservation. It's like if you were truly grifting, I feel like you would just be like, "We got to fund Ukraine. We need more vaccines." Like you could rise to the top of the Democratic Party tomorrow, I guess, if you were like, "I love Ukraine. We got to fund the war. We got to do this. We got to do that." And then you get accused of like
when I took
grifting
my
on
position
fringe
on
stuff.
when I took my position on Ukraine, which was the beginning of the campaign, it was 86% of Americans supported the war in Ukraine. So it was not like a proper position.
Yeah.
People recently started saying this about me because my official position changed on the abortion issue. And so they said, well, he flip-flopped on that. But, I don't think anybody really seriously accuse me of being a flip-flopper for the reason that you say, that I've taken very, very unpopular positions and stuck with them. And what I say is, there's no way that you can change my mind by calling me names or by criticizing me or by marginalizing or vilifying me. You can always change my mind with facts. If you tell me I'm wrong about it, show me that I'm wrong about something, about one of my presumptions, I'm going to change my mind. And that's what happened with the abortion thing. So, my position on abortion was that it should always be a woman's choice, right up to the very end. And my assumption was that any abortion that occurs during the, ninth month, in ninth month, you're basically killing a child, right? My presumption was that no woman's going to deliberately carry a child for 9 months and then 2 days before it's born abort it. Who would do that? So it could only be in instances where the mother's life was at stake, or there was some other, overwhelming medical issue involved, and that it shouldn't be up to a bureaucrat of the state to dictate the outcome of those kind of decisions. It should be up to the mother, her relationships with her family, her conversations with her pastor, with her doctors, etc. It's a very difficult decision. I don't want a bureaucrat making it. But then I learned I was wrong, that there are actually a huge amount, comparatively, of elective abortions at that time. And my belief is that, the state, at that time, you've got a wholly formed, viable child, that the state has some interest in protecting that baby. So as you guys know, you come from presumably Irish Catholic families.
Yeah. My
family is split about this. About right to life, right to choice. I've been a medical freedom advocate. I've been I've been the leading advocate in the country for medical autonomy, freedom of choice. So I think the woman should always choose, but in this case, if it's a fully formed baby, that the state does have some interest in protecting that life.
Yeah, but that's kind of, for me, that's kind of your charm, where you'll like wade into these very murky waters where most times it's just like a one word answer, like I'm for blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, you're like kind of actually going into it being like, well, I support medical autonomy. And they're like, what about a late term abortion? You're like, all right, you son of a bitch. Yeah, fine. And they're just like, you blah, blah. So then they just run the story as like, you love to kill babies. That's like kind of the angle they're going on it. And it's like, if you look at it for 5 seconds, you say like every abortion is a tragedy, but I still want every woman to make the decision, not a bureaucracy. And it's like, for me, it drives me nuts to watch that. It's like, damn, this is deciding the future and the policy. It's literally like, it's a form of lying to be like, this is what this guy thinks. And you watch it and you're like, if you watched it just 2 minutes before that, it's not that at all. But and then to say like, well, I saw it and it's like, fuck man, I was wrong. I don't like that. I don't think it's flip-flopping. It's just being like, let me have all the... It's almost an impossibility to expect one person to have the right answer on every major issue in the country. And that's what the president is expected to do.
Start to finish.
Some people just lie. So then the presidents just lie, or they just like research, get demographics, and they say, this is what I'm going to say. It's almost like if someone agrees with everything you think, they're probably just lying. So I do applaud your ability to like wade into those waters and be like, here's what I think. You get the data, you go, okay, yeah, shit, all right. I'll think about that, differently. So I don't think it's flip-flopping. It's like actually thinking issues through rather than having a team of people be like, say this about that, get the vote, and then, business as usual. So I just wanted to commend you. That's all. Give some positive vibes.
Oh, it's interesting living in that space where, where I'm getting incoming from both sides and just and tremendous anger and from people, and particularly from people that I, knew that I was allied with for many years, and then how to deal with, to internalize that, that kind of criticism. It's easy to deal with it from the outside because it's kind of formulaic about how do I counter this, but it's been interesting, and actually it's been an important experience for me to be in a world where I'm very isolated and where nobody believes you, and and to be able to find your own my own resources and say, it's not important what people think of me. It's not my business what other people think of me. My job is to do what I believe is right, and then leave the outcome in God's hands, and to try to be peaceful throughout that.
It's pretty difficult. So how do you do that?
I had an experience.
I could use that myself.
I had this experience
Yeah.
when I first got sober. I went to a rehab for a while, and my wife came to visit me on January 17th, which is my birthday. And after you get a visitor, they test your urine. And I got a urine test, and it came back positive for alcohol, and not just a little alcohol, but like me walking drunk,
Like Gardini Instagram Live.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened?
And then, so they shut down.
Good time, dude. Chill.
The golden
They
shower.
shut down the unit. So nobody could go out. Nobody could have visitors. They couldn't go to the gym. And then they sit in a circle and try to get me to admit that I had drank, but I hadn't drank. So the next day, so they had just like a marathon meeting, and I just said I didn't do it. The next day, they tested me again. I came back positive again. So then they went in and they took away everybody's perfume and their hairspray and anything that might have alcohol. And they were trying to figure out where is he getting that alcohol. And that happened for 13 days in a row. And at one point, I said to them, put me on suicide watch, because there was a glass box, where they can put you and observe you 24 hours. I said, put me on that so everybody knows what I'm doing. And then test me. And they said, no.
You just got hammered.
Yeah.
So they
and
didn't put you
finally
in there.
they just said, we don't know how you're doing it. The doctor said to me, 5 years from now, you'll come back. If you're still alive, you'll come back and tell us how you did it. And they asked me to leave. And I called up my brother and I said to him, here's what's happening. And he said, you just need to come clean and tell the truth. And then I called up an uncle and he said the same thing.
Oh, no.
So I was like feeling, okay, there's nobody in the world who believes me right now, but I'm telling the truth. And I just started laughing, and I was talking to God, and I was saying, it's between you and me, and that's all that matters. The only thing that matters is my integrity, and I have to be happy with that. And that incident just taught me a lesson that, it doesn't, what other people think of me is not my business. It's not my concern. What my concern with is if I have personal integrity, if I'm living a life of integrity, of character, and then, we're all in the middle of a dream. We're all in the middle of an adventure. And ultimately, it's God's decision about how it turns out.
Nice. It's respectable. So how do you, okay, I have another question. So with all the, are you familiar with the deaths of despair and all the people who are just either killing themselves, overdosing, that whole phenomenon of the nihilism and how it's kind of spreading? So, and this is just from me watching you strike me as a president who also has a pretty directly spiritual view. It's not dogmatically religious from what I can tell. It's more so you seem to have a direct connection with a higher power from, I guess, recovery and all that stuff. As for being the president, or as president, what do you think, if you were to be elected, what would your role, or would you take it seriously trying to kind of combat the pervasive nihilism and how that kind of relates to the deaths of despair and all the overdoses and stuff? You think that's an important role, and is that possible to even speak to? It's not a policy thing.
I think it's absolutely critical. And, we have particularly, this younger generation of kids, Generation X and millennials, who feel completely disconnected. They're disconnected from any kind of hope for their own lives because they're not going to live the way that our generation lived. They know that. They can't afford a house. The central fulcrum of the American dream for my generation was that if you worked hard, if you played by the rules, you're going to be able to finance a home. You're going to be able to raise a family. You're going to take a summer vacation, and you're going to put something aside for your retirement, all with one job. There is nobody in my kids' generation. I have 7 kids. One of them is in a house. The 6 younger ones, who all have good jobs, all went to great schools, none of them have a hope for getting in a home. So part of it is, and there's this poll that was taken in 2013 where Americans under 18 to 35 were asked, are you proud of the United States of America? 85% said yes. The same poll taken 4 months ago, 18% said yes. So somehow that entire generation in the last 2 presidencies has completely lost faith for their future. And I think that's part of the problem, this detachment. But also, there is the shattering of community bonds that's occurred, where people are being fragmented, they're being alienated, atomized, and a lot of it has to do with social media and the kind of decline of communication, the decline of social relationships, the destruction of Main Street, with the local, all of these little things that bound us to community, nature, the local store, the hardware store, the bookstore, the relationship, the Boy Scouts, all of the relationships that we had are now that held our country together and that built this idea of community are now being eroded, and we need to build those back. And we build those back by rebuilding our industrial base, by getting people into homes. Because if you're in a home, then you care about your community. You go to the PTA meetings, you go to you care about your police, your fire protection. You're part of a community. You're part of something bigger than yourself. But also you have equity so you can borrow money. And if you have an entrepreneurial impulse, you can pursue it. And this generation, part of going from a nation of owners, from an ownership society to a nation of renters, we go from being citizens to being subjects, and they see that happening to themselves. And, all of this alienation and dispossession that you see in that generation is this confluence of economic factors and the social media that are just driving people apart, and all the bonds that once held together are gone. One of the things I'm going to do is start these wellness farms, and that's going to be my big Peace Corps program. Right now, the biggest industry in rural areas is prisons. And I'm going to start building these wellness farms where kids can go and reconnect with the communities, where there's no cell phones, there's no screens, people raise organic food. They can attend if they want 12-step meetings, but it's their recovery areas. People can get off of SSRIs, they can get off of benzos, they can get off of illegal drugs. Go there for as long as they need to go and recover. I went to the model for this place in Italy called San Padrignano's, where they have 2,000 kids, and it's about several thousand acres. They have a vineyard, they have kennels where people learn how to take care of animals for, as part of an employment. They have a bakery that's a prize-winning bakery. They have a winemaking facility that's, produces some of the best wines in Europe. They have a furniture factory, they have an apparel factory, they have wallpaper painting, and they have traditional artisans who are teaching these kids a trade. And when they leave, they have something. They're placed in a job when they leave. There's a place in Salt Lake called The Other Side, which is based upon that model, and they're doing the exact thing in downtown Salt Lake. And they have 300 ex-cons there, a lot of them drug addicts. And they run one of the biggest storage companies in Utah. They own a moving company. They own a lot of little companies, and they teach these people how to be reliable, how to show up on time, how to talk to other human beings, how to keep a bank account, all of the kind of the skills that you need to be part of a community and part of society. And we need to reparent this generation of kids and restore them. We're spending, right now over $100 billion on Ukraine. And we have a crisis in this country that is, that we're ignoring. And we're losing this generation of kids. And, I'm going to put an end to that.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's something I always worry about too. It doesn't seem like it's going very well for a lot of people.
Yeah, but
It's
you
like,
love the Donbass region.
the what?
The Donbass region.
What's the
Matt's
Donbass?
obsessed with it. That's why he keeps giving all that money to Ukraine. The last thing we
True.
want is Russia to get the Donbass region.
I am on a hamster wheel. That's all I podcast for is to send more money to the Donbass.
My son went over there.
Yeah, I knew that.
Connor.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's good. He's practicing law now in New York. I mean, in LA, he's living with me, which is great. He's got a very, very beautiful Brazilian girlfriend who's a pop singer.
Awesome.
I think they may be getting married.
Hell
This
yeah.
thing, this is all private conversation, right?
So why can't we be friends with Russia?
With Russia.
Yeah. I don't understand why we can't just be
I think
friends.
we should. I think we can be. I think
I
we.
think it's
you know,
important.
what?
I think it's very important.
Yeah, I think it's really important too. And that's they lost the Cold War,
Yeah.
and the most important diplomat in modern American history is a guy called George Kennan, and he's the architect of the containment policy after World War II. And he said, in 1996, 1997, when the Clinton administration began extending NATO to the east, to putting it in all these former Soviet bloc countries, he said, you can't do that. You're treating Russia like the enemy, and it is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're going to turn them into the enemy, because if you treat them that way, they're going to have to arm and they're going to have to defend themselves. We should be inviting them into the market. We should be inviting them into, Western life. And I think we lost a big opportunity there. And I'm not saying Putin is a good guy, because he isn't, but the Russian people like us, and
Yeah, they love our culture.
yeah.
I truly don't understand it.
The same is true of Iran, by the way. I mean, Iranians love the United States. I read this poll recently that the favorite television show for Iranian teenagers was Oprah.
Nice. That's awesome.
They're not exactly like American teenagers, but they have
That's
a
really funny.
fascination.
There's like 40-year-old women.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, it's like just open up trade and just be cool. I don't know. Russia for real is like
Russia scares me. I've told you, every night I've been listening to this book. It's called A Nuclear War Scenario.
yeah.
It's terrifying. It's the scariest book I've ever read, and it's like,
Yeah, and-
why are we
messing around?
why are we even coming close to the idea
Yeah.
of this? It's the end of the world.
And people assume that we've got the best nuclear arsenal in the world, and the Russians
do.
Yeah, I think they've got 2,500 more weapons than we do. But they have much better weapons. They have better defensive
The
weapons.
thing that's really scary about the book is it talks about Russia's like Tundra, their early weapons, what's that, like early detection technology is like kind of subpar. So if we just launch any missiles, they have no idea. And they're like, that could be 100 missiles. It could be at Russia. We have to preemptively strike.
oh no.
It's a nightmare. And I don't know.
But they
That's
got
a
the best
nightmare.
nukes.
And we
They have
have,
the most, yeah.
if they do launch, or if there is a mistaken launch.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
This one, Amaryllis, who's my daughter-in-law, who runs my campaign, she was a CIA agent for many years. But she says, if that's at 3:00 in the morning and President Biden, they wake him up and he has 7 minutes to make the call. And he's got
That's all I've been thinking about the whole book. For real.
he's got 6 guys pushing him through a tunnel at full speed.
And he has to make, he's
And
the one.
during that period, while he's still running through the tunnel, he has to make the call: do you fire back or
Do
not?
you end the entire world or not?
Yeah.
It's
That's terrible.
It's so scary, dude. The book's so scary.
I didn't even think about accidents.
Yeah, I mean, that happened once. It happened in the Soviet Union. I think it's like in the 80s. This Russian guy, the Soviet guy, saw it was a radar malfunction, and he was like, America launched. And I guess that it was only 10 missiles. And he was like, it would be more than that if they really wanted to do it. I'm not going to tell anyone. And he was right. There was no actual
Did he
launch.
get court-martialed or something?
I'm not sure. I think he eventually
One
got...
of those guys got court-martialed.
He got considered, yeah, his nickname's like the guy who saved the planet. Because he did. Because
by
his
being like,
real
"Eh."
job was to say, yes, they launched. And he was like,
I don't know.
this is like a big responsibility to end the world right now or not.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's very scary.
Yeah, that's
And
terrifying.
I never thought that. It reminds me of that Trump speech. He was like, "It's the N-word." You ever see that?
Yeah.
It's one of the funniest speeches.
What is it?
He's doing a rally and he's like, I guess Trump he came to the conclusion that it's very serious to even discuss nuclear weapons. And he's giving a rally and he's like, there's a new N-word. And everyone's like, Jesus
Come on, man.
Christ,
Come
dude.
on.
And he's like, no, not the other one. It's like, God damn it, dude.
You know, I don't know. It was I think it was 2 years ago. Your producer will probably be on top of this.
He's looking at girls on
was-
Instagram.
Where Hawaii
Yeah.
got
I
that
remember
notice.
that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that there had been a launch, that there was incoming, and everybody should run into their bomb shelters,
Yeah.
which
Which will do nothing. Yeah.
God damn. Yeah, that's kind of terrifying. But now, too, if we're friends with Russia, they might be like, you just like me because of my nukes.
True.
You know?
is what.
They might just be like, you just like me because of my nukes. Russia might just be kind of like,
It is true, though.
You don't even
we
really
have to
like
like
me.
them. If they didn't have nukes, we wouldn't have to like them. But it's important we like them.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. I worry about the organization of the world at like the
That's-
highest of levels. It seems kind of terrifying.
That's what I hated about, like, when Trump went to North Korea and was becoming close with Putin and all that. It's like, don't try to divide. Like, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't care. That's good. That's better
Yeah.
than them having animosity towards
He should
us.
be a permanent diplomat to
Apparently
totalitarian.
people like him.
Yeah, he's great at it.
If elected, will you send him to North Korea to this?
Yeah,
Yeah. He needs
good
to be.
idea.
Yeah. He needs to be friends over there. Send him and Rodman.
True.
Ever experienced the agony of harsh smoke, throat burning, or coughing attacks when smoking cannabis? The struggle is real, but the solution is chili. That's right. I'm talking about the smoothest way to light up, and that's with Freeze Pipe. Freeze Pipe makes a unique line of freezable pipes, bubblers, and bongs that are 80% colder than using ice cubes to chill smoke. The magic is in freezable glycerin chambers that come on every piece. Simply pop the chamber in the freezer.
What?
I read it every week.
Don't laugh.
I'm sorry.
We're in the middle of a presidential
Simply
interview.
pop the chamber in the freezer for 1 hour, and as smoke passes through, it's instantly chilled by over 300 degrees. So every puff arrives ice cold and cough free.
That's nice.
It does, dude. They work. That's all I can say. I've done it. They're fantastic. American owned and with over 100,000 happy customers, Freeze Pipe uses the thickest glass and market leading glycerin chambers for a smoother experience you have to feel to believe. Ditch harsh smoke forever by visiting thefreezepipe.com. Use code DRENCHED for 10% off your order. That's thefreezepipe.com and code DRENCHED for 10% off. Shop today for free shipping and smoke like royalty without paying a king's ransom.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's important.
It's also funny. This is in the middle of an RFK interview.
I know. I was thinking that.
Let's take a break from talking to a presidential candidate and let's talk about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with more than 5 million members. It is the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action. Oh, I thought you were laughing about something.
No.
While you watch your favorite sports and players, you just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Testing my skills on Prize Picks this playoff basketball season is the most simple way to get in on the action. You just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and submit your lineup. Prize Picks offers injury insurance so that your lineups they stay in play even if one of your players gets injured this basketball season. That's nice.
Yeah, that is.
If you have a player who exits the game in the first half and does not return in the second, Prize Picks will have your back and not count that as a loss.
Hell yeah.
Personal endorsement. I love it.
You got any more picks? You nailed it.
I mean,
dude.
I nailed it last week with DiVincenzo, but Kyrie's at 22.5. Luka's at 28.
I go Kyrie.
No, you mean
Above,
more.
more. My bad. Can't say that. More.
more.
I go more.
You're going more on Kyrie?
Yeah.
They're
Go
playing,
more.
who are they playing? OKC, that's right. What's Gillis Alexander at? Is he on there? Don't be sorry, Sean.
Yeah, check it out, man.
Jesus Christ.
They do points, rebounds, and assists, and it's 44.5. That's pretty good.
Can I take the line?
combined.
Can I go
I'm
some
going to
more
go
or less?
Gilgis. I'm going Gilgis.
Gilbers.
More.
More.
Nice. What
All
about
right.
rebounds? Can I do something else on rebounds?
Yeah, you totally.
It combines them. So you're taking Kyrie. Oh, wait. So Kyrie's 22 all combined?
No, they do just points as well.
Oh, okay.
That's the only option.
Betting
they
on
have
some
for
or
Gil
doing
just is
more or less
combined.
is on some bounds would be nice.
You can more or less bounce.
I want more or less on some bounds.
Who you more or less on bounds?
Sean Bradley,
All right.
Kyrie for sure.
Download the app today and use code DRENCHED for a first deposit match up to $100. Again, download the Prize Picks app and use code DRENCHED for a first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
Fantastic. Here we go. Oh, yes. Shout out to our favorite sponsor, True Classic, for making us fellas look and feel good no matter how we move. Elevate your style this summer with True Classic, where timeless pieces meet modern comfort. Our favorite sponsor, True Classic,
You have
is
a
here to
timeless
help.
piece.
Is here to help you make it a summer to remember in clothes that you will never forget. Say goodbye to old, worn-out tees and hello to True Classic's ultra-comfortable essentials range. From fitted t-shirts, athleisure, jeans, sweaters, outerwear, and more. Make it a True Classic. Whether you're hitting the gym, relaxing at home, or exploring the globe, True Classic has you covered. They've already helped over 2 million men look great in their apparel, and now you can save big while you do so. Dude, honestly, True Classic has been storming my closet, and they might be my favorite tees out of all the tees.
True.
Hand on the Bible.
True.
When I put them on, if I closed my eyes and did just like a field test, I've been loving True Classics.
Classic.
I've been looking for the most comfortable tee, I should say. I almost said most expensive. I'm looking for the most comfortable. And
It's
up
going to
there.
be important to find a nice and comfortable tee,
Dude,
especially down here in the Texas sun.
I've been trying different tees, and they're actually very, very comfortable. For a limited time only, get 25% off when you shop now with my exclusive link at trueclassic.com/drenched. Designed to accentuate your best features, True Classic shirts are tailored for a perfect fit, snug in the arms and chest, with just the right amount of room in the midsection. The best part is that True Classic sells premium products at an affordable price. You can get their best-selling t-shirts, hoodies, jeans, and more in 3, 6, and 9 packs. Looking to dress up? Explore the short-sleeve button-ups for a relaxed yet polished summer look. Pair them with True Classic's authentic jeans for a laid-back vibe that never goes out of style. So if you're ready to upgrade your closet, shop now with my exclusive link at trueclassic.com/MSSP and save up to 25% off your first order. Discover the perfect blend of summer vibes and timeless elegance with True Classic. Shop now and elevate your summer wardrobe with ease.
Please elevate your summer wardrobe.
Also, I'll be in Indianapolis this weekend. Please come to Indianapolis. And then the Comedy Works, Denver. I'll be in Denver as well. Come to Denver and then go to mattmccusker.com for other places I'll be at doing stand-up. Please.
Yeah, ShaneMGillis.com for shows. And also May 23rd, tires.
You.
Thank you.
That's got to be crazy too, because you don't really have like a broadcast home where like Trump was getting kind of defended by Fox for a while, then like MSNBC would slam him, and Biden MSNBC would defend Biden. You get attacked from pretty much every major news organization, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of these new networks like News Nation that give me a platform.
The Hill, I
And
realize.
The Hill, they like me, but then they turned on me on Gaza.
Oh yeah.
But I like watching them. I think that they're trying to play it straight. That they don't have an ideology really. But
Can I ask, what was it that they turned on you for Gaza?
well, the woman who's on that show, Brianna, who was I think she was Bernie's press secretary, and she feels like she accepts the narrative that Israel. My understanding is that Israel has no legitimacy in the region, and that it doesn't have a right to defend itself, and that the war is in Gaza is sort of a war of aggression by Israel, and that they should be out.
Right. Yeah, you caught a lot of heat about the Israel stuff. Again,
Yeah.
which goes to the, if you wanted to just read the room and just do the talking points, you could just be like, bam, bam, bam,
Yeah.
and get out and be the man.
That's a tough one. There's no real talking points on Israel.
Yeah. But if you were younger
It's
voters,
two
like Gaza-
clashing narratives, but
Yeah.
the younger voters, the people of the anti-war movement, the left wing of the Democratic Party that was kind of starting to lean toward me, a lot of those people are believe that they're helping Palestine by supporting Hamas, which I don't think is a good way to look at it. I think you have to separate Hamas from Palestinians. I consider myself extremely pro-Palestinian, and I think leaving Gaza in the hands of Hamas is a non-starter. It means that nobody can really rebuild Gaza. It means that Hamas continues operating their kleptocracy there, and training the kids to hate, to kill, to invade Israel. I don't see that it's there's been 5 ceasefires, and every one of them Hamas has used to rearm, to regroup, to hoist the banner, and to attack again. And Hamas says that's what we're going to do. We're going to do October 7th, October 7th, October 7th until Israel's gone. Oh, they don't want any territorial concessions. There's nothing you can negotiate. In fact, in their charter, they have a number of provisions that say even negotiating with Israel is a violation of Islamic law. So I don't see how you sit down and how you just stop fighting if they've declared war. They've since 2006, they've shot an average of 2,000 missiles a year at Israel. This war has been going on for 21 years. It really started in 2001. And I don't see, that you just stop fighting. I don't understand it.
I heard a rumor that Netanyahu funded Hamas. You ever hear that rumor?
Netanyahu, Israel did not create Hamas. Yeah. Hamas created itself, but Netanyahu has approved the funding of Hamas through Qatar, at least $1.5 billion and probably closer to $5 billion. And you don't have to speculate about his motives. Part of his motives was to keep peace. And this is what he'll say. We were buying them off to try to stop them from attacking us. But he also said very clearly at one point that it's better to support Hamas because as long as Hamas exists, they can't, the Gazan Palestinians won't make common cause with the West Bank, which is, because the Palestinian Authority, which runs the West Bank, is antagonistic to Hamas. And to keep them apart assures that there won't be a two-state solution. So I think Netanyahu was, part of his motive was to sabotage a two-state solution. And people say, okay, well, that was what he was doing, and therefore we should condemn all of Israel. But, he's one guy.
Yeah.
And, when George Bush and Dick Cheney were running this country, they did some pretty sketchy stuff, including invade a country that did nothing to us.
Yeah.
And destroy it. And yet, we don't all hate America and say that we have no right to exist.
Fair point. That's a pretty fair point. Yeah, it's one of those things I always try to read about it, and no matter what I read, it's like swayed one way or the other deeply, and you're like, they get me all the time. But I know a lot of the independent younger YouTubers are pro-Palestine. But
yeah, the Dave Smith had a good one. Our friend Dave Smith, he's a libertarian Jewish man.
Oh, I know Dave Smith. I debated him.
Right.
I did our debate with him on Palestine.
He had a good tweet about it the other day about how the media now, like the media allowed, like the BLM, the protests that they got pretty wild. They were all supporting that, but the second college students almost entirely peacefully protesting Israel, they are condemning across the board almost. And he was like, the reason it's simple is because the BLM protests made Trump look bad. The Palestine-Israel conflict makes Biden look bad. And that's why the media is clearly, I don't know, I thought that was interesting. I don't think I have a question there, but.
No, it was a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I think.
Yeah, no, I read the same thing. I liked it too.
Yeah.
No, I liked it too. And it is true. It is kind of nuts.
What do you think of that?
I mean, I think people should be able to peacefully protest. And, that's part of the right of being an American. So, when, at some point, as though those protests become across the line, if you block students from going to class, if you block Jewish students from going to class, if you're occupying buildings, if you're trespassing, the university has a right to, to discipline you. The rights are very different if you're on a state school campus, because the state really should not be censoring anybody on the First Amendment. But if you're in a private school campus and you have community guidelines that protect, for example, non-white students, the same protection should be given to Jewish students.
Yeah, it sucks because the thing they do that I don't like with the Israel debates, if you're like, I don't like what Israel's doing in this case, or like you're anti-Semitic, you hate the Jews, and it's like, dude, I truly don't. But that's the one trap I think they fall into, where it's like, you must hate Jewish people, and it's like, no, dude, I just think that one particular instance is kind of bad. So
yeah, it's tough. I feel like Israel is a democracy. It's the only democracy in the Mideast, and that part of the duty of living in a democracy is that you criticize your own government, and that we all have I don't know if an obligation, but we all have a right to criticize the government of Israel without being anti-Semitic. I think it turns into anti-Semitism when you're applying a double standard, when you're judging Israel by standards that you're not judging the neighboring countries or West Bank or Gaza. If you say, Israel is guilty of genocide, which clearly it is not. Israel, there were in 1948 when the Palestinians left Israel, 750,000 of them left. There's now 7.2 million. So it's the opposite of genocide. And if you look at the surrounding countries during that war, those countries expelled their Jewish populations. There's many of those countries, for example, Jordan, where there's not a single Jew. And the countries that still have, there's only, I think, 15,000 Jews remaining in all of those countries. And that is a genocide, and it's continuing. And those countries are also committing genocide, many of them against Christians, like real, organized, systematic, we're going to kill you if you don't leave. And that's not true in Israel. Israel, if you're a Palestinian in Israel, there's 1.8 million Palestinians who have Israeli citizenship, and they have all the rights of Jews. They vote in elections. They can run for the Knesset. There's 10 Arabs who are serving in the Knesset. They can run for prime minister. They serve on every level of the judiciary. In fact, 4 years ago, a district court judge who is Arab convicted an Israeli prime minister of corruption and put him in jail for 7 years. And that decision was upheld by an Arab judge on the Supreme Court. Nothing like that could happen in the West Bank. In fact, these protests, if you tried to do these kind of protests in the West Bank or Gaza, you would be killed. There's no free speech. There's no freedom of press. There's freedom. In fact, I think there's 27 states in the Mideast, and I think 26 of them have an official religion, and Israel is the only one that doesn't. Israel has freedom of religion. You can worship anybody you want in Israel without penalty. You can, people who are Arab or Druze or other nationalities and ethnicities, Shia or Sunni, have all the same rights as a Jew. So, saying that you're, saying that Israel commits genocide without talking about what's really happening around them is a double standard. And when there's no freedom of the press. There's no, in West Bank or Gaza. If you even talk about these things, about opposing the leadership, your life is at risk. If you're gay, you get killed.
Heard that. Yeah.
If you're a woman, you have no rights. There's,
Yeah, I've heard they're pretty tough on that as well. What did Dave Smith say?
Tough on crime.
What did Dave Smith say?
What?
What did Dave Smith say to all that? What did he say? Nah.
Oh, well, we didn't, Dave is a very smart guy.
Yeah.
He's one, and that's why I wanted to talk to him about this. Because, I wanted to talk to them. I think he's probably the smartest guy out there on that, from that point of view. Oh, he avoided a lot of these. Our conversation avoided a lot of those issues. And I think it was much narrower conversation. I think.
Yeah, those debates spin off into like in 1942, the jurors, blah, 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 and they did this, and the battle of blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should really, put that into more of a ceasefire. But it is tough because,
it's hard to talk about the issue without talking about the history.
Yeah.
Because it goes, there's kind of an assumption that Israel is not a legitimate country somehow. And that all of those countries were created by the British and the French after World War I when they cut up the Ottoman Empire. And Woodrow Wilson had said to them, I will only participate in this war if the people who are living in those countries get to govern those countries. So Britain was given the leadership over the administration of the Palestinian Mandate, which was Palestine, which was one of the bigger chunks of the Ottoman Empire. And Britain made a decision. They actually went and interviewed people, and they interviewed the Jews and the Arab. There was a Jewish population and an Arab population, and the Jews are always been a second-class race. They were called dhimmis since Muhammad conquest. And the Muslim leader, whose name was Mufti al-Husani, said, if this is all our land, there's nothing here for the Jews, and we don't even want a state even a mile wide for Jews. And any Jew that stays here will have second-class citizenship. So the British said the Jews had helped the British in World War I and World War II, and the Arabs had been against them. Oh, the Jews had taken Israel's promise that we're going to give you your homeland here. They said they were going to give them all of Palestine. Instead, they gave 85% of Palestine to Arabs, and they gave them a little sliver, about 10 to 15%. And so Israel, but all of those nations were created out of whole cloth, and none of them made any sense. I mean, Syria had a Kurdish population in it that was never given a homeland. The Christians were given a homeland in Lebanon because there's a lot of Maronite Christians, so they were given their own homeland. The Jews were given up a small, tiny little homeland in Palestine, which is, where there had been a Jewish presence there for 2,700 years. The Arabs were given most of it. And but there's a feeling among the Arabs that Jews shouldn't have any of it, and that's really what this dispute is about.
How could we end it?
Nukes. No.
Listen,
They keep bringing that shit up.
I know.
The thing is that Israel is at peace with two of its neighbors. When I was growing up, it was inconceivable that Israel would ever have a peace agreement with Jordan or Egypt. And it has peace agreements. Now you have the Abraham Accords that are three more nations that want to make peace with Israel. And it appeared that Saudi Arabia also wants to join the Abraham Accords. And, Saudi Arabia did something really interesting, which is after 9/11, because Saudi Arabia had a very, very radicalized population. And those were the people, I think 26 of the hijackers on 9/11 were Saudis, because they had these Wahhabi, this strain of Wahhabism, which is a very radical form of Islam and jihadist form. And the Saudi Arabian government had encouraged it. But after 9/11, they were critiqued all over the world. And they made a decision, we're going to de-radicalize. And they put in place all of these programs to de-radicalize their population, and it worked. And so I think the ultimate solution is economic development. We need, Gaza should be one of the richest, most pleasant places to live in the world. It has miles of white sand beaches. It's the beautiful bluffs. It has the richest agricultural land. It has a foot of topsoil. It's an oasis, so it has abundant fresh water. It has a port that is at the confluence of the Mediterranean Sea and the Suez Canal and all the trade routes from Africa, Mideast, Asia, and Europe. It should be the Singapore of the West. And if you had people who are focused on economic development, this place would be thriving. But instead, all of the money that they get, they steal. The top guy at Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, has a net worth of $5 billion, which he's stolen every penny of it. His two lieutenants have a net worth collectively of $6 billion. And all the other money they get, they spend building an underground city, 300 miles of tunnel. Imagine the innovative and the entrepreneurial and the resourcefulness of these people to be able to make 300 miles of tunnels under their city. And all that's gone to war. What if you put that resourcefulness to work actually building a society that people could be proud of, which is what the Jews did. The Jews took a piece of Israel, of Palestine, a little tiny sliver 9 miles across, and it's now got one of the highest GDPs in the world. And it was barren wasteland for thousands of years. And, the people in Gaza have that capacity. And I think if the world comes together around them and says, we're not going to tolerate Hamas anymore, we're going to create a Marshall Plan so that, you and your children and generations of children can thrive. This is what we did after World War II. The Nazis ran Germany. We denazified them, and now they're the richest country in Europe. And nobody worries about them going to war because we got rid of that ideology. The same thing happened in Japan. It's the richest, Japan, I think, third richest country in the world. So, I think you can de-radicalize them with good leadership. The problem is that, there's some institutions there, including the United Nations, that have actually amplified the problem rather than trying to solve it.
That's a good answer.
The regime
So
changes.
far, is this your funniest interview that you've ever done?
This is good.
No, that's good.
But the regime changes in Germany and Japan, that was a pretty heavy cost.
I mean, we
It's gonna be harder to-
killed 2 million German civilians.
Yeah. It's going to be harder. It's difficult to do that.
Well, but it's a much smaller country, right? So, it did come at a heavy cost, but I think to me, you have to get rid of step one is they have to get rid of Hamas, because let's say Israel left right now. Israel left Lebanon, and and Lebanon immediately Hezbollah became the hero and the kind of the world, became 10 times as powerful because it looked like they had defeated Israel militarily. So if Israel leaves right now, it makes Hamas 10 times as powerful, and then they leave an enemy at their border that they know is just rebuilding for the next attack, and that is not going to negotiate with them. It will not be satisfied with any outcome except the annihilation of Israel. So I think you have to get rid of that ideology. And at the end of World War II, Roosevelt and Churchill met at Casablanca to decide what was going to happen. This was after the Normandy invasion. They knew that they had the capacity then to destroy Germany. And Churchill said, we should not do an unconditional surrender, because if we do that, then every German is going to fight to the death. And Roosevelt said, if we don't do unconditional surrender and we don't denazify Germany, they're going to come back in 10 years and do it again. As soon as they get another generation, they're going to come back. You got to denazify them. Oh, I think the same argument applies to Hamas, is that you got to get rid of them in order to give the Palestinians a chance to really rebuild their country. And then the whole world has to come to their aid. and start, incentivizing economic development rather than, the devotion, the commitment to all of their human and financial resources to a war machine. After World War II, we had between 1944 and 1948, we did the Marshall Plan in Europe, and there were 17 countries in Europe. We rebuilt them all. And we rebuilt them. The amount of money that we gave for the Marshall Plan was $626 per capita, per person in all of those countries over a 4-year period. And in 2023 dollars. So it was $42 at that point. Today it's $626. We've given over the past 20 years $8,600 to every Palestinian. And yet they're worse off than when we found them. Why? Because all that money has been used, either stolen or used to build a war machine. And so, it's just throwing money down a rat hole instead of building a society that makes people proud, that, makes people hopeful about their future, that gives them power in the world and sovereignty over their own destinies. And that's what we need to do for the Palestinian people.
Yeah, it's just tough now. Like in World War II, you could people go to war and they'd be like, oh yeah, whatever. It just is what it is. Now with there's footage, there's babies dead. It's all of it can just be spun into just you don't know what's
you're
what.
seeing it on social media.
Yeah,
and
you're just this is terrible. So like you were saying, if you have to, take military intervention to remove Hamas, Shane's yeah, well, you have to kill hundreds of thousands of people. It's I feel like people feel they see the effects of war more acutely now. So it just seems
they do a good job of keeping the Ukrainian footage out.
Yeah,
you don't see that.
Yeah, I guess you really don't.
I think that's interesting.
I haven't seen. You don't see any of it at all.
Rarely, you see some drone operating footage, but there's really not that much online about what's going on in Ukraine.
That's weird.
Yeah,
compared to Israel Palestine.
There's videos. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I don't know.
You know what? I mean, there's much worse wars going on right now than Ukraine.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's been 300,000 kids killed in Yemen.
Yeah.
And, we're supporting that war and nobody complains about it.
Yeah.
And, then there's in Syria, the same thing. What they did to the Kurdish population in Syria and Iraq, we killed 500,000 kids. With the sanctions and with the war, 500,000 children died.
Yeah.
To get rid of a guy who never did anything to us.
Oh, terrible.
So so we do have to ask ourselves, and there's conflicts all over the world right now that are worse than what's happening in Gaza. And why is nobody complaining? Why don't we have protests? Do we only protest when there's Jews involved, or do we care about all these other places where Muslims are being killed? The Uyghurs in China, all over there are slaughters taking place of Muslims and evictions taking place, and nobody's complaining about them. But it's just one place where they complain, and that's when it happens to be when the one Jewish nation in the world. And by the way, people say when they say Israel is an apartheid state, how can you say that when every nation in the region has actual apartheid rules and Israel is the only one that doesn't? The apartheid was in South Africa and there was 143 rules that were race-based and that punished minority races or give them, and Gaza has that. In the West Bank, it's the death penalty for selling property to a Jew. In Jordan, it's the death penalty for selling property to a Jew. Why aren't people complaining about the apartheid state in Jordan? Or,
they set the bar pretty low over in the Middle East. They set the bar pretty low in the Middle East.
And that's what really I mean by a double standard.
Yeah, it's bad.
There's a famous story about the guy who is the president of Harvard. I think his name Richard Lowell. In the 1920s, and he was trying to get, Harvard was the first Ivy League school that let Jews in. And he was trying to get rid of all the Jews at Harvard. So he made the applications by Jews much more rigorous than the application process for other people. And he was asked, why are you doing that? And he said, because Jews cheat. And people would say to him, well, other people cheat too. And he'd say, you're trying to change the subject. I'm talking about the Jews. So
This is the president of Harvard.
that is the kind of level of conversation that you have when you say, well, Jordan kills people executes people for selling land to Jews. Stop talking about Jordan. I want to talk about Israel.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Because there is everyone. It's taken for granted. Like, oh yeah, they throw people off roofs and stuff. Like we all know that. Obviously.
Also, thankfully, Harvard has since changed their racial acceptance policy.
Yeah, true. They use it against Chinese people.
Real quick one. What's going on in Haiti? Are we going to help Haiti ever figure out what's going on down there?
I mean, every time we've intervened in Haiti, it's made Haiti worse off. But, it's the poorest country in the hemisphere, and it's in total chaos right now. I'll tell you an interesting story about Haiti. And Haiti was it was the pearl of the Caribbean. It was the richest colony that France owned. And during the Revolutionary War, France came over, sent armies over, and helped us win the revolution. They had a couple of battalions that were all black from Haiti that came over here and fought. And those guys saw what was happening in America, and they said, we can do the same thing. So they went back to Haiti, and they started a revolution against the French. At that time, there were Americans who were coming down up the Ohio River, into onto the Mississippi and invading New Orleans, which was a French possession. So there were Americans flooding into New Orleans, and the French were worried that the Americans were going to take New Orleans away. So it sent the biggest fleet in history over to New Orleans to get rid of all the Americans. And they said, on our way, we're going to stop in Haiti and suppress this rebellion. They stopped in Haiti, and the Haitians wiped them out. Along with yellow fever, they destroyed the French army, the French military, and the French had to go limp back to France without ever going to New Orleans. And when they got back to France, they had bankrupted the country. And so Napoleon had to sell New Orleans, the Louisiana Purchase, to America for, I think, $28 million. Damn. And it was Haiti that really created, in that way, that played such a key role in creating our country. And the Haitians expected support from us because they were the second place in the world that had a revolution against colonialism. They were trying to start a democracy. But the slave owners in the American South were very, very worried about the example. So so the U.S. government therefore boycotted and starved Haiti, and that was the beginning of the destruction because it was the richest island in the Caribbean in the world. And because of that, because they were being starved to death, they had to cut down all the trees, and the soil eroded, and you had this cycle where the U.S. then goes in and invades periodically with the Marines, and every time just takes a little more out of Haiti. So it's a sad example of U.S. foreign policy.
That's pretty terrible. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Haiti's. There's a good podcast on it, Revolutions, about the Haitian Revolution. It's pretty awesome. I know you're running out of time. I understand.
Yeah, true.
I understand. But yeah, we should help them out, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
We gotta help our neighbors out.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to do.
Work on those cartels a little.
So
let's figure it out.
I have one quick question left. So I don't think you've never voted before, have you?
No.
Neither of us have ever voted before. How do you do it? How do we vote?
Yeah.
I know we got to fill out a form online to register. How do you actually vote?
I've never done it before.
How do you vote? Yeah. How old are you?
38.
And you never
I
voted?
told you my generation is dispossessed. You don't make fun of me.
I'll tell you what. You don't need an ID.
You don't need an ID.
You definitely don't need an ID. That would be racist.
True.
Wouldn't it be racist if you need an ID? Anyway, I'm gonna go.
No,
to
I was
the
kidding.
bar.
We go online.
Those racist bastards better not check my ID at the
True.
bar.
True.
You
I
know,
know how you do it. You go online, fill it out, and then go in there.
yeah, I mean, one of the things I'm going to do when I get into the White House is the first day I'm going to order the passport office or order the post office and the State Department to issue passport cards to every American who can't afford them. Because right now there's a lot of Americans who don't have ID. They don't have a government issued photo ID. Mainly they're people, they're elderly. They're all Democratic constituency. They're elderly people whose licenses have expired. They're young college students who can't get a license. I mean, who haven't gotten a license yet. Because that whole generation. I mean, the day I was 16th birthday, I had my driver's license.
Yeah.
And
I
but
currently have an expired license, and it's hard to
you
get.
do?
It's hard to get an ID in Texas.
Yeah.
You have to sign up like 3 months in advance.
Yeah.
And
And
then
it's
I
a nightmare to go
forget
into
to go.
DMV.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that. And then there are minorities in cities who don't have driver's licenses because they don't have a car. So that's why the Democratic Party does not want voter ID at the voting booth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, and nobody wants to go to DMV, but there's 30,000 post offices, and anybody who is a U.S. citizen ought to be able to go there and get a government-issued photo ID. Al Sharpton and Andrew Young have said, if I do that, they will waive any objection to requiring a ID at the voting booth. So that will diffuse this huge tension between Republicans and Democrats about, you don't want ID at the voting booth. We do. Obviously, we should have ID. And I understand why the Democrats don't like it because it disenfranchises millions of their voters. We could solve that problem that way. The other thing is, if you don't have a driver's license or a government-issued photo ID, you're a second-class citizen. You can't open a bank account. You can't go to get on an airplane. You can't stay in a hotel. You can't see your kid at school. So it will solve problems for a lot of other people. And then right now it's illegal to employ an illegal alien, an undocumented alien. But people do it anyway because all you have to do is check out a box that says, I saw their Social Security card. Well, Social Security cards are easily fabricated. They're used on job sites in New York. They're passed hand to hand, so everybody just shows them to the boss, and then they pay them in cash at the end of the day. And nobody ever gets arrested for hiring an undocumented. What I'm going to do is say everybody has to show a government-issued photo ID at a job site, or the employer goes to jail, and that will shut down the border. Because everybody's coming through that border because they want a job. If they know you cannot get a job in the United States unless you have a government-issued photo ID, they're not going to be flocking there anymore.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty simple. I don't know. That's crazy. They've never done that before. Never even thought of that either. I was like, well, you just can't get one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just print them out. It's a good idea.
I think we have to wrap it up. Thank you very much. This was
Thank you so much.
Shane, Matt, thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry I wasn't a funnier.
No, you're
that's
great.
okay.
Podcast.
Yeah,
No, dude,
it was
you were great. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The Wild Wild West.
Ooh.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Sam.
We're here with Sam Talent.
Hey guys, it's so nice to be back.
It's good to be here.
Yeah.
Good to have you.
Dude, it's nice to actually hang out with the boys.
Yeah.
Instead of just pop in, shake hands, blow a kiss. Yesterday was so nice.
Yesterday was a good day.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Kids are a lot.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I don't know how you. No.
My child's
I
spazzed.
can handle it. And those
Oh, I
kids,
know you can.
compared to my sister's kids, your kids are angels. It's crazy.
They're good, but she had a total meltdown. It starts to
The
end in
meltdown was
tragedy.
funny. I'd never seen a meltdown.
It's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
They go, it's full Shakespearean tragedy.
Yeah.
At 6
Yeah.
p.m. It's just like,
James's kid hit a tragedy too.
did he really?
Yeah, no, the girl, she built a pillow fort at the end.
Yep.
And then James was like, all right, let's go. And she's like, I just built the fort. I haven't even gotten to use it. And then James was like, all right, let's take a picture next to the fort so we always remember it. She sat next to it like there's a pile of fucking pillows on the ground. Fort sucked. Sorry, James.
It was a very Australian fort.
It was a good Australian fort. Very Aboriginal.
It was fun to see the differences in parenting between you and Brittany and James and his wife. Because at one point, James's daughter had one of those balloons that they were using in the pool, and she approached Brittany as I was grilling the food, and Brittany said, "You keep that balloon away from me, little girl." It just came out of her, and I laughed so hard. And then Brittany was like, "Oh shit, you weren't supposed to hear that."
I smashed one of James' kids with the door. He was standing by that fucking glass door. I opened it. It was just me and him in the hallway, and he was like, I was like, "You're fine.
Dude,
Don't fucking tell him."
They stand right in front of doors like dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kids, I open my garage door so slow because I've like opened it and there's like, it's like, why are you standing right there? They'll for real just like chill by the door like a sim. They'll just be like,
James's baby was waiting. He was face against the glass. The blinds were down.
They discovered the doggy door, and that was almost
Yeah,
a
the
nightmare.
doggy door was big.
yeah, I banished Maya from the doggy door and she's like, it's all
Like, it's a
I
secret
want to
door.
do.
It's a secret door.
It's all I want to do.
It's a portal between worlds, Dad.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
have
that
a
was
dog run over there too. They were safe.
It was funny.
True.
James's wife was saying that she thought the kid was lying. He was like, "I was at Shane's house. There's a secret door. We were in the secret door. It's a tiny door." She was like, "All right, that's great."
Yeah.
I didn't believe it
And then
either.
they got here and they're like, "Oh shit, it's a secret door."
I didn't believe him either. Like, we found a secret door. I was just like, I know every inch of this place. You didn't find a fucking secret door. I looked over. I was like, yeah, well, man, fuck. To which point, you must get a big feline now. It's set up.
I do.
Yeah,
I need
like
a
a
feline.
lynx, dude.
And I think I'm gonna live here for another year in this house, so
Nice.
I could get a gato.
Or just get a door that's big enough for Lemaire to crawl through.
But that means Lemaire has to live here for another year to tend to my gatito.
True. That's true. That's quite the
Eye
that's quite the-
contact, Lemaire. Don't stare at your
That's
phone
quite the
when we
deal.
address
You're
you.
looking up cool cats, big doors.
You might have to
near
be the
me.
cat procurer too.
No racism, but we are the main king.
True.
Yeah, that's a good cat.
That's a great
That's
cat.
a great cat.
I don't think anyone would assume you'd be right.
Well, if I was just attributing
It's a pause,
the
basically.
cat tour to Lemaire.
True. You also never know what somebody can do as well. Online, people can. You could say anything on a podcast.
They've done it before.
Yeah.
Everything. I've never said anything bad. It's fucking AI.
They just make up bullshit.
It was funny. You had the hose in the pool cleaner, and I held up James's like 1-year-old baby. It's for you to spray it in the belly. You just hit him in the
Throw
face.
it right in the face. Like, oh.
That baby had to be like, well, who's this huge man? Oh, I'm up here. Ah!
Yeah, spraying the kids was great. It was a good day.
It was a great
That
day.
pool cleaner hose is
That thing's a problem.
vicious, bro.
That thing's a
It
problem.
sucks.
Thing
And I
bumped
just,
me.
just discovered why my water bill was $2,000.
Is there a crack in that
Whenever
pool?
the boys swim, they like to take the robot and put it on the side of the pool.
What?
The last 2 days, I've woken up to a
You can't
totally,
take those things out.
a totally flooded back porch.
But
It
this is
sprays all night.
this is the first time we took it out. I
Pause.
think it was the robot was going.
It was
and
out
just
the night.
like,
It was out the night before. as
Sick
well.
self pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't interrupt those things at all. They're
I
very
got-
delicate machines.
And that call I just had, it was a good one. There was no pause, but we were all on mute. But I got Gerby started laughing. The lady was like, "These guys shoot so fast." And I just looked at Gerby like, and he couldn't stop. They shoot so fast. That's the best thing about tires is they shoot so fast.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah,
Did he give in and laugh or just
He
like,
was just no, he was dying.
Oh.
His face was dark red. It was great. Gerby's on a Zoom call with a meeting. Is
That
as
is
good as it
my-
gets. He wears like a gamer headset.
does he?
Yeah, he doesn't wear a headphone. He has a full gamer headset,
He's like the guy from Grandma's Boy.
and he has his glasses and a polo on every time. And he's like, "Well, yeah, well, this all
He dresses up for the scene.
He does.
I mean, it makes sense. It's just, man, him in that context is for real one of my favorite things to think about.
Yeah.
The very important high pressure meetings and just you being like,
I always get it too. I'm like, God damn, Steve, when this show comes out, you're gonna be a sexual icon. It's in front of all the Netflix people.
I don't know if you talked about it on here, but when you forced him, when you like made him give a speech at that big dinner.
Oh, it was so good, dude. The night before we did the premiere for Tires, we had a dinner with all the Netflix people. And I was sitting next to a guy that was like, "I'm going to give a speech." And I was like, "You have to make Steve give a speech." And I'm like, "For real, he's going to say no, but you have to, as a Netflix guy, be like, Steve, you're the big star of the show. You're the number one star. You have to give a speech."
You're
and it
top
worked.
billing,
He got
Steve.
it worked. And then
He gave
Steve
a nice speech, I
gave
think.
like a heartfelt speech about all of us. And I was like, "All right, dude, shut the fuck up." I started crying.
It is really funny because I'm pretty sure he was like, did Shane tell you to do
He
that?
did after. He was like, well, I'm not number one. I was like, yeah, you are, Steve. You're the big guy. You're the big shot.
And then Kyla got up and was like, by the way, the toilets are broken.
The Wow Wow.
It's funny to
No.
think about her
Kylo's going to be let loose.
just in the next like chocolat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in the bathtub, you queer. Come kiss me in this bathtub, you fucking queer.
Hey, why is everyone fucking queer around here? I think that was my favorite line in the show, though, was when she's talking to Shayner and that girl, and she's like, excuse me, folks. I got to go take a poop. Just gets up.
I like the chocolate milk rumor. That had me giggling.
Chocolate
for a
milk,
few
Dude,
days.
and you making him stink? The fact that he reeked?
No. That was, yeah.
That's so funny.
You hear your little rumor made it in there.
Oh, that was great too.
That was a little nod to Bill.
Nipple suck. But no,
Matt, you did such a good job of acting. People didn't recognize you.
I mean, bro, nothing could bring me more pleasure than
They
people.
were
Like, I didn't even
going-
know that was you. I said, my God.
There was so many people that were like, why the fuck is Matt? There needs to be a Matt cameo.
Yeah.
I was like, trust me, daddy, I got you.
Yeah, dude.
They didn't even recognize you. You're too much of a thespian.
Yeah. You lost yourself in that
That
role.
was more Meisner. I think I did a little Meisner for that one. Mm-hmm. I have been observing cops for a long time now.
You have.
So.
You did. Somebody got me on that too. They were like, you can see Shane smile when Matt pulls up. When you pull up, I'm literally like, I like start laughing as soon as you ride the like freeze. I was like, yeah.
I was absolutely delighted that people were like, I didn't even know you're in that. I was like, man.
Yeah.
I'd be sick if I developed like just a ridiculous acting ego where I'm just like, just the craft. It's just
That's the crap. Yo, I was watching the Kevin Spacey Unmasked last night.
How was that?
Fucking fine. Other than the worst thing he did was he jacked off during Saving Private Ryan. He invited the. Sorry, it's the same thing over and over again. It's the same story. He goes, he meets a dude, and he's clearly just trying to fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Sure.
And every dude is like a Hollywood guy, like a desperate Hollywood actor that's like, this is my big chance. He wants to be my friend. He chose me to be friends with for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
there's
they're
a
dudes.
reason. Yeah.
I know, but that's their mind. They're like, he just could see it in me.
Yeah.
It's like, he's never seen you act. You're at a bar.
Right. He's wearing leather pants.
Yeah. The one guy was like, he saw me at the Golden Globes. I was just standing there, and Kevin Spacey walked up and was like, who are you? It's like, obviously he's trying to fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
What do you think that is? Anyway, the one guy he met at a bar, they were like talking and stuff, and then he was like, let's hang out. Oh, he's like, there's a party at my house. So they go back to his house. He like makes out with them. There's no one else there.
Yeah.
And then,
he was like, people just come and go. It's that kind of party.
yeah, that one. I think that actually might have been a different guy than the Saving Private Ryan guy.
That's
but
a.
he got him in the home theater. He got the Saving Private Ryan guy. They were at a house party, and he was like, we should go check out this home theater. And the guy was like, okay. It's like, bro, you know what that is.
He's watching movies. They're both cinephiles, dude.
They are cinephiles. He grabbed one guy's dick on the set of fucking House of Cards.
Just honked him between shots.
We
They were like behind a curtain.
We were watching it last night. I was like, dude, I'm ruined. I've honked everyone. There's gonna be Shane Gillis on
Yeah, but there's
mask where
intent.
like
There's
Gervin's
intent.
crying. Like, well, then he grabbed my penis. He told me it's what guys do for fun.
There's intent though.
True.
Yes.
There's a guy, the one guy he goes out with, he's like, let's go hang out. So they're walking around, they go to a movie theater. The guy had just worked on Saving Private Ryan. And he was like, oh, this is your movie. Let's go watch it. So they're sitting in the theater, and it's the opening scene. It's D-Day. And the guy said he looked over, and Kevin Spacey was jacking off
To D-Day.
to D-Day.
Yeah.
To Saving Private Ryan's D-Day.
Right. Just headshot, explosion. Ooh.
I guess
Just trying
you
to
could
see
say
if
it
he
was
was, he was trying
his
to take his temperature.
D-Day.
The afternoon.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Take
you can
his
trick
time.
guys that easily, it just goes to show that the women never
Yeah.
stood a chance.
Yeah.
I
well,
mean, absolutely right.
to be fair to Spacey, that's a very fair point. To be fair to Spacey, the possibility of getting head during that D-Day scene is immense. Dude.
Iconic.
It'd be crazy.
It would outweigh all of his Oscars. It would be the biggest accomplishment. I made a straight guy suck my dick during D-Day.
He says that at his Hollywood Walk of Fame speech. Of all my accolades.
He should have put his cock in the And the hand star
Yeah, true.
fell forward and put his dick in.
Or it's just 9 fingers and then 1 dick imprint. Guess which one is
Is
fake.
Kevin Spacey, he's back. He's just like back doing his thing now. Why do they do the behind the actor studio now?
I don't think they. No, that wasn't.
That was
behind the
stock footage. He
Yeah.
just did an interview now, didn't he?
He came out after 3 years of silence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the interview was, I think for some reason I heard behind
No,
the
this was interviewing the victims. Just dudes who got honked over the last 25 years.
What?
Honked,
A lot of
gorked.
dudes got
There's a
honked.
honkumentary?
It was an absolute honkumentary.
He likes flipping servicemen. That's his ultimate fetish because his dad was a Nazi and like diddle him like while dressed in SS gear.
What?
So
His
now
dad was a big time Nazi.
yeah. And his like fucking brother now
Brother turned into
dresses
Rod
like
Stewart. His brother, he had a Nazi dad. He
Jerking
turned-
off the D-Day makes a little more sense now.
True.
oh yeah.
He was like, these fucking defeat these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, I
that's
never thought of that.
So he got molested by his dad in Nazi clothes?
I think molested's a nice way to put it.
Maybe.
He got turned out repeatedly.
It's like that joke. There's the one guy that's watching child porn in a Nazi outfit. That was Kevin Spacey's dad that actually did that.
I'm telling you, it's a widespread phenomenon.
Like, how can I make this more evil?
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
He just did an interview himself, though, I'm pretty sure.
I think he did. No, he did one with Tucker Carlson. That was nuts, dude.
Recently?
Yeah, he did a Tucker one where he broke the fourth wall again and did that fucking House of Cards thing.
No, he did it
Yeah,
again?
he did it during the interview with Tucker. It was very weird.
What Tucker said? Like,
Tucker's like,
okay.
oh,
Whoa, all right.
Have you ever
Yeah.
had a Zin, Kevin Spacey?
yeah.
That's a bit strange.
He's usually calmed me down.
Damn.
But yeah, jacking off during Saving Private Ryan was making me laugh very
All
hard.
time bro move.
It
crazy.
is.
That's crazy, dude.
But
It is funny to get just by your own devices to rationalize being in Kevin Spacey's basement, being like, yeah, man, I'm a phenomenal. That one commercial he saw me in,
and he never saw any of these guys in
Yeah.
anything. And they were like, this could be my entire career. I have to do this. The one guy was like, I'm not gay. I sucked his dick for like 10 seconds. And then I was like, this is not me.
Then he barfed.
He barfed.
10 seconds, dude. That's kind of fucked up. He sucked him for 10 seconds. If I was on the jury, I'd
The
be like,
spaceman finished it off. Don't worry. The spaceman jacked off and then drove around with him for like 3 more
For
hours.
3
with
hours,
cum
just
all
covered
over
in cum.
himself.
All over the steering wheel in his pants.
what a high crime. I would have stood up in the jury and be like, you sucked him for 10 seconds and
Yeah.
stop? Be like, guys, I would give an
I rest
impassioned
my
speech.
case.
I would give an impassioned speech. Like, what's really wrong? What's the greatest wrong here?
Yeah.
True. You should be on trial.
10-second suck will give a man a heart attack.
Yeah, you're guilty of blue ballery.
Damn, Spacey, dude. That's sick. Is he making a comeback amongst this like negative documentary? Is that why he did Tucker?
I don't know. I'm sure he's trying to make a comeback, but
Yeah.
that's as far as I got. Did he do anything real evil in there?
How far did you get?
I got to the.
Did you get to when he opened the theater and it was just his little like sweet candy shop of young boys?
No.
Dude, he like ran this like very famous theater in London and he would have these like intensives where he would just round up like 60 of the most like supple dudes and be like, I'm your teacher. Come. And then he would just like sit next to him and like rub their backs and be like, you need to tap into something deeper. And then invariably, fuck most of them.
You tap in.
Yeah. But every one of them was like, I've been training my whole life for this moment to be near Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
And then he's like, meet me upstairs. And he's just got his fucking throbbing cock in his hand. Yeah.
You think that would be, were these like young boys or are they
No, I think they were like 19,
actors?
20. Yeah.
Yeah.
It had some training.
If you're
Barely
like a
legal.
straight 40-year-old guy and they're like, you're in a job interview and be like, any good qualities? Be like, I'm so driven by ambition one time that I completely rationalized
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey's dick for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That's how bad I want success.
Yes.
Right.
Like that one guy. Wasn't that with the Fire Festival documentary? Remember that guy who blew everybody for like water?
Oh my God. Yes.
That guy ruled.
He
They're
went
like,
like-
we need water for the festival. And the guy was like, you can't have this water. And he was like, so I sucked his dick.
Yeah. And that guy was like the president of Haiti or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Needed water, dude.
You wanted to
did
keep
what
it
he had
going.
to
How
do.
far do you think I could suck my way up into like local politics?
I think you could
Alderman?
Go, I think you
You
can
think
get
I
real
get pretty
far. You
far?
could be an alderman for
Yeah.
sure.
State senator, easy. Yeah.
That's how you
City
become an alder
council
man
member.
from an alder
Yeah.
boy.
I just become a trash man. I just be
Yeah, you, fuck.
You
Fuck, I
get a
sucked
job at
my way
the water
down.
plant.
suck my way down to sanitation.
Now, Matt, you've had a big week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of sucking and all this stuff, I'm a pedophile now on TikTok.
Oh shit.
Yeah, pedophile. It is what it is, bro. I got to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
You know, it is kind of funny though. It has been it's what I get. I've been calling people pedophiles online for now 6 years, so I was just like, yeah, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, let's see how this feels.
Yeah.
Not good. Yeah.
That's
It is
the
usually
wor-
who smelt it, dealt it, dude.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's my bad. I know. As soon as it hit me, I was like, all right, fair enough. I get it. Although
Yours was clearly funny.
it was a joke, dude.
Yeah,
it was
you were
clearly
goofing.
a joke.
Yeah.
It's just
Talking about being like bummed out by the lack of jacked kids. It does sound like a pedophile, but it's a
It's
joke.
funny.
It's a funny joke.
It's true. Those
Stand
swim
by.
shirts are a scourge. They're everywhere.
Yeah, I do wonder what those shirts are for. That SPF, like every kid wears a rash guard now.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, bro, you're gonna have the most wicked farmer's tan.
I mean, if that technology was available when I was a fat child, you best believe I would have been in it head to toe. Instead of getting bean dipped relentlessly.
True. Yeah, it was like that was like crazy. I still to this day, if someone has a shirt on in the pool, I'm going like, what the
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
are you doing?
It's very weird.
It was unthinkable. Now it's like standard issue: shirt in the pool, shirt in the
Well,
ocean.
you see him at indoor pools, and you're like, all right,
What's
you got
this for?
bruises. What's happening?
Yeah, true. True. I used to rock pretty hard titty twister bruises too.
Oh yeah.
My dad would get furious if he saw that. He'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
He's like, "You're gonna get fucking cancer from that." I'd be like, "Fuck." He would tell me that you get cancer if you have like bruises around your nipples. He's like, "That gives you cancer, dude."
Holy shit. My sister has breast cancer. Holy shit.
What have you done?
Too many titties.
Too many sweet titty twisters. I don't think you really titty twister in women is
It's part of the game.
it's tough.
It's life.
It is life. It's just life, but it's a tougher.
Kind of the finest part.
I don't think I've ever successfully titty twisted a girl.
No, I'm just talking a a little.
Oh,
Start the ignition a little. Yeah.
ding dong, I'm here.
Like you're starting the engine, but it won't turn over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it'd be tough. His boobs are naturally squishy, so if you try to twist the boob, it'd just be like on guard.
I got bean dipped a week ago, and I chopped the kid like a pro wrestler.
You should.
I did.
Bean dip is the ultimate offense.
It's the worst thing you
What's
can
the
do
bean
to a
dip?
man.
Get a
When
nipple.
someone lifts you,
Lifts your
Tit
boob.
lift.
We all know the boobs in
that's
there.
so the boob lift. I know the boob lift. I never heard
Yeah.
it referred to as a bean.
Oh yeah.
Bean dip.
Maya's been kind of like anytime I'm leaning forward, she's been hitting me with these. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Bean dipping you.
That's
Yeah.
enough.
She's
Yeah.
a young bully.
She's just it's purely out of curiosity. She's like, what is that shape? And she's like moving
Yeah.
it. I'm like, man, all right, that's
Little fuckers.
get off, go to bed. You're in trouble.
It's 2 PM.
Remember you didn't listen the other day? Go to bed. Yeah. I have been reflecting on the internet though. I'm like, it is nuts because I am like when you get like I was making fun of Meek Mill a lot, being like, dude, he keeps defending himself, and I'm like, now I get it. If someone says something bad about you, you want so badly, be like, guys, for the record, I'm not.
You want to put out
pedophile."
you want to put out that Drake, the whole Drake diss.
I know.
The response of just like if I was a pedophile, I'd be arrested by now.
I know. It's so hard not to be
Yeah.
like, guys, in all seriousness, I'm not a pedophile.
Yeah. I think the lady doth protest too much.
You
I
can
love
never,
that sweet, sweet pussy.
you can never defend the pedophile
You
accusation.
can't. You
gotta
absolutely can't.
You know,
You have to just take him.
yeah.
It's just a thorn in my life forever. I feel.
Come off a kid's back. You gotta, you gotta let that slide. You know?
True. This guy-
Yeah, you have to go into hiding for 3 years, then do Tucker Carlson. That's the way out.
Was his pedophilia?
You know, it's none of my business.
Spacey got that was the original accusation, was a young.
Yeah, that was his defense. Yeah.
This sounds terrible, but in his defense, he was at a gay party.
How young was the kid?
I don't know. Teeny bops. Yeah, a little teeny bop.
Yeah. Doop, 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 doop.
At
Wow.
a gay party. He teeny bopped at a gay party, which is terrible. Again, terrible.
What?
Yeah.
Get T-bopped at a gay party? Why you say it like that then?
Because there's a thing going around. I've heard gay people say this, being like it's like
That's how you get
it's
initiated.
not as police. Like that whole it was like more held down, almost like in the 90s, like jailbait, where they kind of kept partying in that vein. That's what I've heard from a gay guy online, or maybe I just made it off in my head.
There was like a history
But
of
It
like,
was like Milo Yiannopoulos hit that.
yes, I
Right,
think he was
yes.
talking about that. Like, bro, it's kind of part of being gay is like
What is it, Sean? What have you discovered?
In 2017, actor Anthony Rapp accused Spacey of making sexual advances toward him, and Rapp was 14 years old.
Anthony Rapp, what was he in?
I don't know.
Nothing,
All
'cause he
the
didn't
money
suck
in the
Spacey.
world. All the money in the world.
He's in Star Trek?
I guess.
Damn. That'd be crazy
Sick.
being in like the mothership, knowing Spacey's on your ass, just be like, yes, Spock.
Yeah,
affirmative.
beam me up, dude. Get me the fuck out of here.
Send me into space.
The spaceman.
Yeah.
But yeah, but this has inspired me though to I'm gonna try to not ingest any product of the algorithm for like a month and see if it, because now I'm kind of like questioning everything. I'm going like, dude, that's crazy, because it's a fake thing. It's like there's an entirely manufactured story. And be
Yeah.
like, dude, how much of the shit I read is just completely
How
fake?
big is this fucking story?
There's like 1 million people on Twitter. There's about 1 million people on TikTok who think
Yeah.
I'm a pedophile.
Really?
I think so.
It was a tectonic shift. Yeah, it was a lot.
I don't have TikTok on my phone, so I don't know how to get onto it and look at it. So I have no idea what's going on. My cousin,
You tweeted about it.
I
You
did.
said I'm a pedophile on TikTok now.
Shirts now. Every little kid at the beach wears a fucking sun protective shirt. It's like, let me see your pecs.
She's crying.
What? They all wear fucking shirts now. They all wear fucking shirts now. Every little kid at the beach wears a fucking sun protective.
The video you shared is a lady crying, going, "What?"
No, it is very funny.
You were just goofing, dude.
I was having a good old time. It's funny. I went on one cool podcast by myself. I'm a pedophile.
You went rogue.
I got one shot.
You need handlers.
God damn it. Son of a bitch. I will say it does make the community pool very weird when I'm swimming. I mean, obviously nobody's
Oh no! If someone's like, "You're the guy from TikTok."
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I mean, just what I do to lay low there in the community pool, I just keep a snorkel on and I just float.
Some Texas dad's gonna punch you in the mouth, dude. Get the fuck out of here!
He's gonna jack up my goggles. But no, that was funny.
It is funny.
That was a good time.
That's nothing. You'll be all right.
No, it really isn't anything. It was just it's just funny how it does set the wheels spinning.
A lot of views though.
Yeah.
Dude,
a lot of
that
people
was
talking
that
about
was
it.
one video.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't have TikTok. I might download it so I can comment on all these. Like I know him.
He's a
He's a
pedo.
fucking pedo.
He's a sure pedo. Yeah, that's the thing that for real spun me out. And obviously, it sounds like it's like just all pure self interest, but nothing gets your attention more than your image being manipulated to being a pedophile.
Yeah, you don't want your
Yeah.
face in the word pedophile. on the
Yeah,
same
but for
screen.
real, it's like holy shit, man. I'm gonna try to like take 2 months. This is crazy, but again, I've been the spearhead of many false claims myself. Tom Hanks, I'd like to apologize for calling you a pedophile.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. We obviously apologize. Obviously, Drizzy Drake. We obviously apologize.
We're sorry.
Who else? We Hillary Clinton. We're not sorry, baby.
Nah, you definitely took boys from Haiti, dude. You took little kids from Haiti.
Gardini,
I have no idea.
Gardini.
no apology.
No apology to you.
We know what you did.
God motherfucking damn. How was that pitch, bro?
I'm so scared.
I heard you smoked it.
I did pretty good.
Strike. I heard you basically threw a strike.
Close to a strike. Painted the corner.
They would have
From the
swung at it for
Bryce,
sure.
Bryce framed it for me nicely.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you train at all?
I went to Texas's baseball field last week. Shout out Ace. Went with our boy.
That's awesome.
And
His name's Ace for real.
yeah.
Beast.
And he's a pitcher there at Texas. So I was like, I need to be able to throw from the mound. I have no idea what this is like.
And he hooked you up.
And he was like, yeah, come to the field.
He's like,
So
I
I
can
went.
see a good pitcher, and he's kissed you in the locker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right when I got there, I was like, where is everybody? And he's like, it's just you and me. And he kissed me.
People come and go from this practice all the
I
time.
sucked his dick for 10 seconds.
But I sucked his dick. Nah.
That's hetero, bro. That's hetero.
You're
If
going to
you-
ruin him, dude. His boys are going to watch
No,
this.
I'm just kidding. We're talking about Kevin Spacey before. I'm saying that's hetero. That's a new rule. If you pop off the pipe in 10 seconds, hetero.
Passed.
Like, you know what? This is not for me.
That is, yeah. Sucking
if
a guy's
food-
dick and being like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What am I
Dude,
doing?
straight.
But I got on the mound, threw a couple. They were good. I was like, oh, thank God. I thought I had a full girl arm. And then
You're lefty too, bro.
lefty. Dude, you see how I'm fucking.
Yeah.
If you throw it hard, it's very hard to throw a strike.
Yeah.
I tried that, and every time it went
Dirt.
a mile over the head.
Oh,
No,
you throw high.
Sail it, yeah.
Because you're also elevated on that mound.
Yeah.
So there's a whole trajectory.
It's not that
situation.
high. Everybody talks about that. Mound wasn't that. But when you get out, when I
You
got
have a
out
lot
there.
of mound talks.
What's that?
You talk about mounds a lot.
No, a lot of people say that. They're like, you forget how high that mound is. It's not.
Yeah.
Like you just did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I was trying to.
I know you
contribute.
were. But I'm saying that's an example of something that somebody who's never been on the mound would say.
Yeah, but I am mound shaped.
What about standing on a plate?
You could have
on the
stood on
mound?
my belly and thrown the pitch, and it would have been fine. That would have been a show.
Would have been a big show.
Did you have foot on plate from the pitch?
Yeah.
Did you have to have your foot on the plate when you start the pitch?
Yes.
Okay.
But I got there and everyone was like, you got to throw from the mound or you're a pussy. And then as soon as I walked in, the lady was like, you're not allowed to throw from the mound. Throw from in front of it.
What?
And I was like, starting to have a panic. I was like, I have to. Dude, I'm going to get called gay.
You have
by
to ignore this lady, yeah.
100 dudes on the internet are going to call me a pussy for this.
So the lady at the Phillies game said you can't stand
Yeah,
on
she
that?
was like, you can't go on the mound.
Bro.
And I was like, I'm going to go. I have to go. And she was like, look,
Don't.
you're going to be the only one out there. No one's going to stop you. Go ahead.
Oh,
I was
that's
Thank
awesome.
you. And then you get out there. But then when fucking Bryce Harper, first off, I forgot it was him that was doing it.
That's kind of
It
crazy.
was
Yeah.
very scary.
Yeah.
Like when he walked out, I was like, oh, there he is.
He's
But
like the
he-
biggest star on the Phillies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Damn.
when they get into the catcher's position while you're up there, you're like, holy shit. It's so far away and so small. I was like, I'm definitely gonna miss this.
My God.
Yeah. And I was thinking about it the entire time.
Yeah.
Like while I was throwing, I was like, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck it up. You're releasing it. Oh no.
Oh my
You know what I mean? You would
God.
hope that you would like
How slow did that ball in your mind travel to his
I
glove?
could no, it went fast. In
Blacked
my
out.
mind, I was like, whoa, I drilled it.
Did he put the glove off? Like, God
Tommy John after that.
But I got up on the mound and then they kept announcing other people and I just had to stand there for like a minute. And I was like looking at Bryce Harper like, dude, when do I fucking go? When do I go? And he was like, relax.
That's
relax.
so fucking funny.
Yeah. It was very neat and I was very happy to do it, but I was dreading it all day.
Yeah,
It
dude.
was
That's
so scary
terrifying.
all day.
That's terrifying. And
Yeah.
what's at stake is like,
My entire man.
oh God,
yeah.
dude.
Everything.
Yeah.
Unless you went full wild and just spaz spike.
I
the
mean,
ball.
I considered throwing it as hard as I could because
You
it
did the
would
right
be
thing.
hilarious.
You did the right thing, dude. That would have stopped. I couldn't handle that. That's one type of footage.
Oh,
that
hold
would
on, did I show
crush
you
me.
this? So Topps made a fucking baseball
I
card.
saw
out of it.
that. Do you get it? Is it a physical card?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I seen that. That's
Hold
awesome.
on.
Yeah.
Ethan sent me the copies of it. They sent me the options. I gotta show you this one. There's this one.
That's awesome.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah. That's nice, dude.
I'll send it to you. We can put it on. Like
very
absolutely not.
No.
The throw.
My
They should have gave you
fat
ball.
hip
They should have gave
hanging out
you
of the
ball in
side.
hand though.
Right after the release is nice. You can see how hard I'm trying
Yeah.
to throw a 45 mile an hour pitch.
Yo, 45 is no fucking joke.
45 is no joke, dude. A lot of people joke
That's
around.
not a fucking joke.
Gerby's was the biggest cocksucker about it.
What was he doing?
He was like, that wasn't bad. I was like, Steve, you could never do that.
what the fuck?
Yeah, he was a dickhead. He was like, that wasn't bad. I was
We
like,
all might have to clock in, dude.
I think I'd love that. Well, we're going to need 40,000 people watching.
True.
That's
Oh,
another
yeah.
big part of it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you can't recreate that.
40,000 Phillies fans.
Right. The
You-
worst ones.
Just people that are dying to call you gay.
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
with
oh,
batteries.
God,
They
yeah.
want it so badly. for
Chomping
you
at
to-
the bit, dude.
Just for that pitch to fuck up and them all get to be like, ah!
Yeah.
You got to do Citizen. Your new goal is to do Citizens Bank Park. You have to do a show at Citizens Bank Park so that you can relive the pitching for 40 thou.
They're going to,
Our garbage smoke it.
I'm going to get Gerby's on that field this summer.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to get him out there.
dude.
That fucking bitch.
Give him like August. Give him like August too.
I'm getting,
He's
yeah,
hot.
day game, August.
Yeah, dog days.
I'm going to make him drink the night before so his arthritis is really inflamed. You're going to fuck with his disease.
Oh my God.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, Steve, you had a panic attack at the Q&A, dude. You'd never be able to stand in front of
Why
me.
did he say that was all right like that?
I don't know. He was being a dickhead. And he was laughing at me. And then he came to my house on Friday at my parents and was still talking shit. He was like, it wasn't that bad. It was all right. You got it there. I was like,
Oh my God.
You got it there.
like, Steve, you should, what the fuck are you talking
Does he
about?
love baseball?
He does now. He got into the Phillies this year. He got
You're
into
telling me that
he got into Bud Light and the Phillies, dude. So Gerby's is gonna work. Gerby's is a company, man. Your sex life is important, but your schedule is busy. You don't have the time to go to a doctor's office to get treated for your erectile dysfunction. Through Hims, now you can get treated for ED without stepping foot outside your door. You flaccid freak. You don't even have to leave the house. Hims is changing men's healthcare by providing access to affordable sexual health treatments. Is this one of the ads, or did somebody else send me this? This is from you, right? Yeah. All right. Wasn't sure if a lady sent me this.
I was saying it's just a text.
Yeah. Yeah. Hims is changing men's healthcare by providing access to affordable sex health treatments from the comfort of your couch. Hims provides access to doctor-trusted ED treatment options such as chewable hard mints. Oh, brand name treatments like Viagra or generic alternatives for up to 95% cheaper. That's nice.
Hell yeah.
The process is simple and 100% online. No uncomfortable doctor's visits. Answer a series of questions on their site, and a medical provider will determine the right treatment option. If prescribed, your medication ships to you for free. No insurance is needed. If ED is getting you down, it's time you join the hundreds of thousands of trusted Hims subscribers and get treated.
The Hard Legion.
The rock hard guys.
So important. Your boner's so important for your health.
So important. Mental and physical health.
Yep. Yeah.
Start your free online visit today at hims.com/drenched. That's HIMS.com/drenched for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/drenched. Hard mints are chewable compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require online consultation and a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Amen.
Now it's time for all of us to get boners.
Prize Picks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with more than 5 million members. It is the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players. You just pick more or less on two or more players' stats for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Testing my skills on Prize Picks this playoff basketball season is the most simple way to get in on the action. You just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and submit your lineup. Prize Picks offers injury insurance so that your lineups stay in play even if one of your players gets injured in this basketball season. If you have a player who exits the game in the first half and does not return in the second, Prize Picks will have your back and not count that as a loss.
That's nice.
Unbelievable. It's my favorite way to get in on the action.
That's how I get in on the action.
I
I'm in
love
that
it.
action all the time.
I love
Yeah,
getting in on
it's
the
good
action.
action.
100 times.
More.
100 times my cash.
Yes.
Download the app today and use code DRENCHED for a first deposit match up to $100. Again, download the Prize Picks app and use code DRENCHED for a first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Who do you think's going to win the NBA playoffs?
It's looking like the Boston Celtics.
I've heard that as well.
It's looking like the Boston Celtics.
I'm hoping for the Mavs.
The Mavs are the cooler team, obviously. Kyrie,
Yeah.
Luka.
Yeah.
Luka's at 30.5 this next game. When is it? Tonight. It's too late for our listeners. But I would have said, just for the listeners, I would have said more.
Oh, yeah, a little
Yeah.
more.
More.
Luka more than 30.
Luka
Yeah.
more than 30, but it's not just, is it just points there? Oh, okay.
Are there
What's Kyrie
combos
at
available?
18?
It's actually,
Wow. What a great
not a bad
website.
Yeah, I think Kyrie at 18.
I would guess, I'll go more. Luka will drop 30.
I'm calling 34 right now.
23.
Oi.
I'd
You're
say
saying
Mo.
more there, too.
Yeah, Mo.
Well, all right. If I were doing that, I'd say more on Kyrie, less on Luka. But I'm still think Luka's dropping 30. I'm going more.
All right. There you go.
Thank you.
That's fun.
Oh, wait. Here, let's plug those shows, too.
Hello, everybody.
No.
If you all right.
Come on, man.
Come on. Camera time.
Come on.
Hello, everybody. If you're free, Tuesday, June 4th, a week from today, me, Lemaire, and Nate are doing Optimum Noctis at the Creek in the Cave. Please come to that if you can, 8 p.m. June 4th. And then I'll be in Raleigh on June 6th, Thursday. Please come to that. And I'll be in the Midwest, Batavia, St. Louis,
All right.
Indianapolis.
You got a website?
Columbus.
You got a website where they can find your
Instagram,
dates?
Please, thank you. Please go on my Instagram, Sean Gardini. Thank you.
That's a nice plug.
That's a long ass fucking plug.
I'm sorry.
You want to see how a pro does it?
Yeah.
Watch Wide World on Sam Talent's YouTube. Listen to Chubby Behemoth. Winnipeg, Lafayette, San Francisco, Batavia, Pittsburgh, samtalent.com for tickets.
Batavia's getting a lot of shout outs today.
Yeah.
Watch Tires.
Yes,
watch it again, dude.
Tires.
Watch it again.
God.
So we can stay in the top 10.
Yes, please.
And ShaneHamGillis.com for tickets.
MattMcCusker.com/dates. Houston is the next one. Please go. Bye.
Thank you.
Please come to Winnipeg.
I like who just did a special amongst like a crowd of psychiatrists. Colin Quinn.
Yeah.
CQ. That's a
He's
wild
the man.
move.
He is.
The shit he does is pretty tight.
He doesn't
Yeah.
get enough love
True.
in the grand
doesn't.
scheme.
But that show he did was Tough Crowd was like
Tough Crowd was
huge.
the best.
It was awesome.
Forever.
Yeah.
It was like instead of Bill Maher was doing his thing and he was just doing a bro down on HBO, which was like pretty tight.
Yeah.
Well, you guys kind of did that same thing, though, where you platformed your dumb friends and let them, compete for your affection.
Spout their opinions.
Yeah, exactly.
Lemaire, do you have any good thoughts lately? You usually have the worst opinions.
What?
Oh, yeah, he said he could throw 70 miles an hour yesterday.
70, bro.
Dude, give me a month.
That's
I think
always
it-
the argument. Give me a month.
You're going to put
Yeah.
8 hours a
Give me a
day into
week,
learning
I'll
to
do
do
What's the
70.
fastest you ever clocked in at?
I don't know, dude.
Never once. Never clocked
70's crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
once. 70 to a catcher. Not
Yeah.
just fucking throwing it as hard as you can. To
I
nothing.
don't even think that.
I think
No, he didn't.
your Uncle Rico.
I have a
Ball through
theory.
the fence, dude.
I was with Lemaire all weekend. I have a theory that Lemaire learned to read from anime subtitles. I was watching him watch anime. I was like, this is definitely how he learned to read.
I bet.
I think so.
Lemaire, there's no way you got good grades in school.
I was like a B student,
I could see you
B
actually.
guy.
That was in the Detroit public school systems?
No, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
But for a guy
Good
without
ones.
a lot of friends, that's bad.
What do you
It's not
mean?
like you had any
I
distractions.
had some bros, dude. I had bros.
You weren't busy getting laid or anything.
Did you have friends that beat you up?
Dude, I had bros. No.
I believe you have bros, obviously. You're
Dude,
my bro.
dude.
You're the man.
It was fun to observe Lemaire in the
Don't
wild.
try to get off that mic. I want you on.
You guys came to that bar after your late show,
Yeah.
and I was observing. Lemaire was like involved in a conversation over here, and then someone brought up anime or something, and you turned and left and implanted yourself into
Oh,
this
he'll just
conversation.
walk up to people and
Yeah.
just go.
Yeah, he was very good. He was very free. I admired
It's
it.
all right, man.
They're talking about Wayne Head.
I heard you've been a bit of a prick around the comedy scene here.
No. I haven't even been around.
I heard you've been a little cocky.
No.
Oh, dude, you should have seen the pops he was getting in Denver too.
Yeah.
It was, dude. The host would be like, "What do you want me to?"
joking, dude.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm joking.
The host would be like, "What do you want me to say for you?" Lemaire would be like, "Doesn't just whatever, just and they'd be like, "All right, man." Like, and they came to me
They're
like,
like, who the fuck's this guy?
"Yeah," and then he'd go
They
out.
don't know
They'd go
Lemise.
out and be like, "Ugh," and they both came back and were like, "Jesus Christ!"
Yeah,
they were
they
just,
don't know
they
the
were just
power.
laughing. They were like, "We didn't." That was crazy.
They don't know the path. They didn't know who they were dealing with.
They know they're dealing with the almighty Lemise. And then they ask him, they go, the manager, Ashley, was like, "Hey, Lemaire, do you headline?" He goes, "Yeah."
Oh, God damn it,
And I'm like,
Lemaire.
as soon as she left, I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing? Just say yes."
Say yes.
Yes. I'm like, what the
I
fuck are
don't
you
know.
doing?
I couldn't, I did, I could headline. I just, I
You
don't
could
know.
headline there.
Yeah.
You totally
yeah.
could.
Yeah.
Anyone could. You're going to kill there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I was just so, as soon as she left, I
That
was
would
like, dude,
suck ass to bomb there.
I've seen it happen.
You've seen people
I've
bomb
seen
there?
people bomb horrendously. There's a guy named John Heffron who's a comic.
You name him?
Well, I'm just saying he's a good comic, and I've hosted for him over
Yeah.
my career. He would come, I'd host and feature, and then he was going through a divorce. And I saw him right before he went on stage, slapping himself in the face in the mirror and saying, "You gotta be funny because it's all you got." And then he went out there and ate it horrendously. Yeah, and like before
no.
the show, he was like, "Yeah, I got all these bits about being married, but I can't do them
no,
anymore."
you got to keep doing them, brother.
Shit, you got to
Keep doing them.
Yeah.
Yes, those are yours, dude. You earned them.
Right. And I'm saying his name because he is a good comic, but it was fun to see,
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was tough.
Good to hear your internal monologue.
You work for those,
Those are
brother.
yours, dude.
Don't let her
You can't
take
take
them.
everything in the divorce.
No, dude. You'd have to keep an absolute
You get
moratorium.
to keep the jokes.
So I own a Kia Ceed. Oh, no.
Just being up there like, my dog does
That would be crazy.
Her dog.
Because if I was like going through a divorce, talking about being married, I'd have a psychic break on
For sure.
stage. I would just like, or a psychotic break. 'Cause even like, I tell a joke about having kids that are 2 and 4, just because like Chloe's turning 2 this week, so I just been like, rather than being like 1 and 4, and I'm
I
like
bet you on
2
stage.
and
Like,
4.
she's actually not 2 yet.
Dude, in my head, I'm going like, fuck, dude, she's not 2. Fuck. And it fucking makes me feel crazy.
Yeah.
I also been having for the last show, I experimented. Like, can I start smoking a little bit of weed before shows now? I
It's an experiment.
experimented with the very last show, and I was fine.
It's an
It
experiment.
was just an experiment. But dude, I had this thing where I deal with a terrible internal monologue the whole time I do stand up. Yeah. But then I had like a visualized teleprompter of all the words I was about to say as I was doing that last show, and I was like, please make this stop. Dude.
Oh no.
It was killing me. It turned out to be fine, but it was like, I was like, well, that was an interesting
the experiment.
finding. It's just
the
wanna see-
findings,
I
the
just-
discoveries from the
I want to see if Terrence Howard was right, so I got high before my show.
Oh no.
Dude, the Philadelphia diaspora in Denver this weekend when Matt was there and the Phillies were in town. It was like
Oh,
fucking
hell
Mardi
yeah.
Gras,
Is that why
dude.
I kept seeing Phillies
Yeah,
gear?
the Phillies
Yeah.
were- yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Phillies are
it's-
losing a series to the Rockies.
which has never been
The
done.
fuck?
Yeah,
Dude,
the worst
I'll say
team.
I also performed physically at altitude. That is no easy task.
No.
I worked out and I thought I was for real having like a cardiac event.
Yeah.
I was like, why is my heart rate not going? And it was just at like a steady 135. And I was like, it's not going back down. I was like, fuck. And then I realized I was up in the air and I said, holy shit, these guys aren't kidding around about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
If
you gotta
real.
come train with the big dogs.
I'm telling you. I felt superhuman. I worked out today and I was like, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah, the Olympic
get-
Training Center in Colorado Springs is pumped out a lot.
I might start wearing the mask just so I'm ready. Did you ever
Like
see the
Bane?
the oxygen, the
Yeah.
oxygen jet. Man, I need to be ready for it in case I have to compete in Colorado.
I get it.
He's got to compete in Colorado.
Yeah.
He's got to bench press 60-pound dumbbells again twice in Colorado. I need to stay ready. That like for real fucked me up. I was like, what an advantage.
It'll fuck
for-
me up on stage in Denver.
Yeah, dude.
You get dry mouth.
And the drinks too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get dry. My nose was itchy. So the whole time, one of the shows, I was like,
That is a terrible
also
thing.
farted on stage. Finally, we
You
talked
did it.
about
Nice.
farting on stage.
Yeah,
You
Finally
just
did it on the
let
Late
out
Show.
a dog fart, like a quiet, seeped out while you're talking. Did you say anything? No.
well,
But I
on
kept trying to smell it. I was like, I wanted to see if it smelled.
Well, I told Matt on Thursday in Fort Collins, I was in the room and it's a small room and it's like 200 people, but it's packed. And I farted on stage. And then I was like, oh, fucking reeks. And then I was like asking the front row, like, you guys smell that? What the fuck is that? And then there was a big fat guy and I was like, it was you for sure. Look at you. You just did that.
That's evil.
Yeah, that
You're
was terrible.
evil, bro.
He was wearing my t-shirt and everything. I was like, God, this guy fucking
Fuck
farted.
you.
That's treason.
That's that
Genius,
goes against
though.
big guy code.
I know.
Bro.
Evil genius, though. That is evil genius. To get ahead of it, propagandize
The fats-
fart,
the
and be
fats-
like, it was you.
The fats are so quick to turn on each other, dude.
Well, it was like
so
that.
quick.
It was like
Crabs
a
in a
sewer
bucket
pipe
mentality.
burst. It smelled so bad.
How bad was the fart? Was it like it stunk that
It
bad?
was really bad. Yeah, it was one of the worst things to ever leave my body.
You should have slipped 100 in his hand and be like, brother, sorry about that. After the show,
yeah.
I let. He was with his girlfriend. I was like, does he fart all the time like
She
this?
was like, yeah. She was like, yeah.
Of course he does. Look
Yeah.
at him. Yeah,
Oh my God, that's so sick.
That's evil, dude.
yeah.
It is, I will say, the quickness of getting ahead of your own fart and be like, the fuck is that? It's so
Ew.
funny, dude. God damn, dude, it was definitely you.
Yeah. Well, I could have owned
Did
it.
you like almost, did he like ever cop to it, or was he like, it wasn't me, it wasn't, or was he just laughing?
No, he was loving it.
I told you that one before, right?
What?
I've copped to farts.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big guy. You get blamed for the fart
So you're just like,
immediately.
fuck it.
We were at a
So
girl's
you've
house.
green miled out. You've been
Yeah,
just
I'm taking it.
Your mouse dies because you farted so bad.
We were at a girl's house in high school. We were in her basement, and
Stake's going to be higher.
a dog took a shit in the other.
You got blamed for
The dog took a shit, and someone was like, "What the fuck is that smell? Did you fart?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did fart. Yeah, I had farted. I had farted during the time in the basement." So I was like, "Yeah, I farted, but that's not me. It smells like dog shit." And they were like, "Ew, Shane." And I was like, "That dog took a shit."
They found the. When'd you find
Yeah,
the
they
pile?
found that it was somebody went to get a beer in the back room.
So you
and
were
there was a pile of
exonerated.
shit in there, and I was like,
Oh my god!
"You fucking assholes! Maybe admit in front of all these hot girls I farted."
That's terrible. And then just to be like,
It wasn't even like a I farted. It was like a full interrogation. They're like, "I know you farted." I was like, "I swear to fucking God, I didn't fart. I might have farted earlier."
You got trapped in my jeans.
but thinking you were responsible for a dog shit. Dog shit.
I knew it
smells
wasn't me all along,
crazy.
dude. I knew it wasn't me all along. I knew the dog shit smell.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
knew it
It's-
wasn't me. I was like, "That smells like dog shit."
Yeah,
They're like, "Did you fucking fart?"
dastardly. Bro.
Yes, I farted.
And then you were exonerated.
We
so
all
that's good.
fart.
Kind of, but,
Yeah, but
then
dude-
all the girls knew I was down there farting.
Yeah.
So was every guy.
Which
though.
they had a hunch. Since we last talked, I had a nightmare gig. I did the. Did we talk last time? I did the Texas show.
No. What happened?
I did the Texas.
Oh, you did it. you
the
hosted.
the NIL fund, or like it was a fundraiser.
Yeah, it was like a
for
gala
Texas.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Dude, I had to go on the field, like a concert, like a stadium size, or like
Holy
a
shit.
concert stage.
Like a halftime show.
Yes, at the 50-yard line. There was probably, how many people you think were there? Probably like 1,000, maybe less. Just at tables. It was
just on the field.
It was just on the field. It was a dinner,
Oh god.
and I had to MC the show, so I had to go on first. The sun was out. It was 900 degrees.
Oh.
People were just walking into the event, standing and talking. Yeah.
This was suits.
And they were
This
like-
was like suits and stuff.
Yeah, they were like, "All right, go on, do 10 minutes of material." I was like, "There's not one joke I have that can work here." And and Tony Hinchcliffe came with me, and I was like, "I'm gonna bring Tony on," and the guy was like, I guess word got around to the guys who set it up that Tony was gonna go on, and they were all like, "There's children here." I was like, "There's fucking children here? You didn't tell me there's fucking children here."
You're about to go.
Right before I go on, they're like, "Dude, please don't fuck this up, dude." And I was like, "All right."
They said
my-
right before you went
Yeah,
on.
yeah. The guy who runs it's very funny.
That's so
But he was
funny.
like, "Don't fuck, come on, man." So I got on there. I tried one joke. Midway through, I was like, "This is insane that I'm even trying this."
At least
All
you
right.
were able to pull yourself out of that.
I just stopped.
I
was
would
like,
have barrowed
I just
in.
told everyone, I was like, "This is insane that I'm up here."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "All right, I'll try a little Trump for him." I did 1 second of an impression, and I was like, "What the fuck? Never mind. I'm not doing that." And then I was like, "My buddy's Tony's here. Let's bring up Tony." And we did
You're like, Tony, keep it clean. There's fucking kids.
yeah,
here."
he started one. He started one that I knew the punchline. I was like, "Chill on that one. Next."
That must have been fun though to watch.
It was very fun. I genuinely had a good time. But there
That's
was it was funny. Vince,
cold open's tough.
Vince
dude.
Young was there. He was in the front
No
row.
way.
And it was his birthday. And I was like, "Vince Young, I heard it's your birthday today." He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "How old are you? 41?" More like Vince old,
That's pretty good.
folks.
In the suit too. That's so nice.
Yeah, it was.
You were wearing a suit?
No, I was wearing
Business
a
casual.
Texas polo and jeans, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's your suit.
That's
Yeah.
that's as suited up as I get.
Did you guys raise a lot of money to get the kids to come and play
Yeah.
football?
Yeah.
Good.
Now I got to do it for Notre Dame.
Oh, that'll be
shit.
Got to
sick.
raise money for the Irish, dude.
Now you know too the lay of the land.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring Sean
I'll
out
do it,
dressed
bro.
like a leprechaun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
It's not a bad
It'll
idea,
fill
actually.
4 minutes.
Yeah, I'll never. That was
Go
a
to
huge
Notre Dame
mistake.
dressed as a priest.
True.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. Absolve people.
No, that'll be, dude. Master of ceremonies is nice.
Yeah.
I am not that.
I think you
I'm
actually could
terrible
be
at
a
it.
decent master.
No.
I mean, yeah.
I just watched Eastbound and Down for a full week, so I was up there just doing Kenny Powers. That's good for all y'all to be here tonight. Like just full. I had a Southern accent because I was nervous. No, it was a nightmare,
That
and
sounds
it was
bad.
100 fucking degrees.
yeah, that's
Thankfully, Brooks and Dunn cleaned up the mess.
Oh,
dude.
shit. B&D came out?
Brooks and Dunn cleaned up the
Well,
mess.
hell. Did you
Yeah.
sing with them?
No,
Oh. They should have brought you up.
no, the whole crowd had enough.
The crowd's lighting you.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do.
Yeah, dude, it was old Texas billionaires, and it was weird.
Yeah.
Crowd work's kind of out of the option too. Or
The whole thing.
Just crowd
There's
work
nothing
it.
you could do.
yeah, you can't be like, what are you guys married? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are old as hell. What are you rich?
Me and my buddy Steven one time had to host a similar event for a hydrosyphilis benefit which is Waterhead
Yeah,
situation.
Hilarious.
And we were like, we were very young in stand up. It was the middle of the day at like a playground in a hospital. And Steve's a very, very dirty black comic. And I was like, dude, let's get through this and get the, $300.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be awesome. And then we walk out and there was all these kids with like huge misformed heads. And Steve just started laughing. And then I started laughing. So we're up on stage, like trying to 2-man, like auction off, the raffle or whatever. And Steve just giggling the whole time.
That's really
It was
terrible.
really bad.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah.
Especially with the giggles like that. There's no stopping.
Those
it.
are
Well, yeah,
terrible
dude.
giggles.
And it was us against the world, and he's giggling, and I'm like, "Shut up!" He would like nudge me and like point at one of the kids.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was really bad,
Crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's literally what their whole organization's against.
dude. I know.
Is
all
the
right.
two bullies.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was not trying to bully. I was trying to raise money
There's
to buy
nothing
them
you can do.
bigger
If you
hats
didn't-
or whatever.
yeah. If you if you didn't know that was coming, if you walked onto stage
Yeah.
and saw a whole room of that, it's just-
Mars,
Yeah.
It was Mars Attacks.
It was Mars Attacks. And that's-
they laughed. They laughed at your jokes.
it was so bad.
I
That's
mean,
a
you're
tough
right.
one.
It's a horrible thing, but I could see just being young, getting caught
Being
off
caught
guard.
off guard by that is.
It would fucking.
I would.
crush me.
I would.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
that'd
was
be really
like
hard.
24 years old. I
Yeah.
had like 8 minutes that was good. And I couldn't say any of it up there.
How'd it go? How'd the gig go overall? Did you guys
It was
settle
good
in?
because we figured out a bit where Steve would talk and I would get behind him and do funny faces. And then he would turn around and I would freeze. And that worked with the kids.
That's awesome.
And then it just devolved into me slipping on like fake things. Like there was like a napkin on the ground and I was like, let me get that. And I went and like tried to pick it up and slipped and fell
You
down.
guys did physical
There you go.
slapstick.
We had to do something.
yeah.
Slapstick's nice. The little
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
stooge
Yeah.
action.
That's better than what me and Tony did.
Yeah.
I told
We
you I
just got out there
sang
and said,
before.
"This sucks. This sucks. Sorry, I shouldn't be up here."
Yeah.
I had to sing for a bunch of old Jewish ladies one time.
I remember that. The
Yeah.
middle of the set, they were just like,
I was doing stand up at a podium in the back room of a diner, and I was like, "You guys really dislike this. What else do you guys want? Like, sing a song." I was like, "You got it, babe."
"Yeah."
What'd you sing? Like
L is for the way you look at me.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty tight.
I would have gone with Fly Me to the Moon. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I felt pretty good. I left and I was like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
You're a showman.
yeah,
Yeah,
I might
yeah.
be the greatest showman.
Song and dance man. Yeah.
I should have done
Modern
that
day
song.
Spacey.
Did you ever see The Greatest Showman, the movie?
Yeah.
When the sharpest words want to cut me down. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
You should
like
watch it. You would
No,
cry.
I don't
The
like
Greatest
it.
Showman.
I
would-
will not cry.
The bearded lady would make you cry, dude.
No.
She would.
It's like looking in a mirror. Bearded lady.
That baseball, bro. That's
I
about
know. Yeah. I'll be the fence. You be Lemaire.
Lemaire, you think you can put it through the fence?
Yeah, I think I can.
The Mees,
I
brother.
do think I can.
No.
The Mees, that ball's going to hit the
Hey,
fence with a unsatisfying
Yeah,
thud.
you've been wrong about everything you've said
It's
you could
gonna
do.
explode
Every
the
single
fence,
time.
dude.
We still got to play one-on-one b-ball. I heard you were talking smack that you could beat me in b-ball.
I think I can beat you, dude.
Lemaire, you are, it's crazy. I would go right one step. I'd be by you to the basket.
That's what you think, dude. I got good lateral movement.
What?
You have surprisingly good lateral movement.
Yeah, surprisingly good. Not good.
Yeah.
Not like it's holy shit. I didn't think you could move.
Yeah.
It's not like, wait, where'd Lemaire go?
You don't have anomalous movement.
I got enough to be defensive.
You seem defensive right now.
Z's in the knees right now.
We haven't played any real basketball in that pool yet, and I got to say that I'm a
Sam,
bit
I
bummed.
told you, I don't want that.
You and I are both hyper competitive, but we would have a nice time, and then after the game, we would shake hands and say,
No,
"Good
we
game."
wouldn't.
Yes,
Whoever
we would.
lost would be a giant pussy about it.
No,
You lost pig and you haven't got it out of your head.
it did take me about 10 minutes to get over that, but we still had a nice time.
What was the score? Letter score?
I was up.
He was up PI to
on
nothing.
him. Yeah,
Got the PIG
Mhm.
and the prove it.
that's
Not
right.
a big deal.
Yeah.
The unnecessary prove it. You're like,
Brother.
you don't have to. I was like, I'm gonna prove
You
it.
did the ball never lies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're a hyper competitive guy, so am I. It's fun to get in there.
I mean, we're just gonna fight.
Yeah, but that'll feel good.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna feel good.
If you guys start fighting, Lemaire can just beam the fence with a baseball.
Yeah. Like hitting a pot. You
The
boys.
one day your neighbors look down into your house,
Yeah,
see you
it's two
guys
guys
quarreling,
fighting.
Yeah.
and Lemaire
When they're
just
throwing a
like, thud.
60 mile an hour pitch,
I'm floating face down in the pool.
Yeah. It's not gonna be good.
Fuck, it would be like, what was that movie? I can't Gummy or Gummo or
Gummo, yeah.
Gummo. Their neighbor looks down. It's just a scene from Gummo.
Yeah.
That movie was in Belly.
Yeah.
That was
the
a movie
in Belly.
DMX was watching on his projector, and Belly was Gummo.
Oh wow.
Did you ever watch Gummo?
With the kids, the weird ass kids.
Yeah, dude. The
No, I
movie's
never saw it.
Fucked up. You should watch that.
It's haunting.
It's terrifying, dude.
Yeah.
Why? What happened? To it?
You got to see it. I don't want to.
What happened? Just tell me. I'm never gonna watch
It's
it.
bleak, stylized white trash. It's in like Xenia, Ohio.
Yeah.
The Rust Belt. Everything's gone. It's just these kids like eating spaghetti in a bathtub and trying to have fun.
I think at one point they someone pays to have. He has like a disabled sister, and he lets the guy have sex with his disabled sister for money. They're like selling cats to like a restaurant, I believe. I don't know
Exactly.
I don't know what kind of restaurant, but they do sell cats to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Forget what kind. And then they
Could be any.
Could be any- the
Italian.
Olive Garden. I think it was the Olive Garden.
Italian.
Yeah. It was Fazoli's.
The movie's it's a cool movie to watch, but it's fucked. You watch it and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's Harmony. Was that
Korine.
Harmony Korine?
Mm-hmm.
What's his ass up to?
It's all in heat vision.
He's made a thermal vision.
Yes,
classic?
I mean a thermal vision space saga. Yeah, it's
Sounds like this guy is making shit for dickheads to watch.
a little bit. Yeah, he did Spring Breakers.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Yes.
And he also wrote Kids,
Okay.
and I thought Kids was like a very important film to me.
And then
growing up.
what was that one? Moondog or
He did Julian Donkey Boy.
Beach Bum?
Is that McConaughey?
Yeah,
Yeah, that movie was sick.
Beach
as fuck.
Bum ruled.
Beach Bum was sick.
It made me want to get drunk outside so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heat Vision,
Doesn't
Heat
take
Vision
much.
sci-fi.
Oh, the sun's out.
Yeah. Heat Vision sci-fi could be a misstep.
It was not good, but it's definitely like a piece of art. I saw it. It was
That's what I
not
mean.
good.
Did you ever hear about the movie that no one will bankroll the Wachowski sisters to make?
No.
It's called Cobalt Neural 9.
What is it?
It's a sci-fi story that happens like hundreds of years after Earth, but it's also like tethered to like a story of two gay soldiers in Afghanistan.
Whoa.
Wait, where? What happens?
There's it's like a futuristic society that somehow it's like jumping back and forth between like a gay love story and like the Afghan American War, and then like this future sci-fi thing. And I don't know what the story's really about. Other
Just
than
keep
these two gay
cutting
soldiers,
guys fucking.
It's jumping back and forth.
Oh.
It's just so funny because they wanted like $20 million, and every studio was like, "No, dude,
No.
no, dude."
Of course not. Yeah.
Chowski's, no more.
You're done.
They're like, "This is going to be the next Matrix." And they're like, "No, dude, it's not." It's just such a funny title, Cobalt Neural 9.
Yeah.
I think there's more to it. I'm probably not doing it justice, but it was
Probably.
It was just very funny.
If that's the elevator pitch, I understand why it wasn't made. Yeah.
But no, apparently the Matrix obviously was a smash hit, but after every movie after the Matrix, I don't think they ever pulled it off. But the animated Matrix they did was very sick. They did the Animatrix.
Yeah, O'Connor loves that shit.
That was pretty cool.
That's O'Connor's favorite thing.
Yeah, I just heard about that recently. It's actually pretty sick. But other than that, like I think they just like worked on other people's movies.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really have to do shit after the Matrix. You done did it.
Yeah, you can hang
I'm
up
not
your
hating
jersey
it.
after
I'm
the
not
Matrix.
hating it all. The
You hang
Matrix
up
is
your dick.
fucking nasty.
Yeah. And then copy your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of y'all? That would have been me as the doctor.
It also adds
Both of
mystique.
y'all.
Yeah, true. It adds a mystique though to the
It
Matrix.
sure
You know,
does.
the directors just
Yeah.
fully went into the Matrix themselves. You're just
Yeah.
like, whoa, what even is real?
They unplugged.
Whoa.
Did they have penile removement surgery?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't even know it was them
Yeah.
for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I think Matt had told me 15 times.
Yeah, that was something that for real blew my mind. The first time I heard that, I was like, that is not true. The people who do the Matrix did not both become girls. And my brother was like, look it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, you're fucking lying to me.
Yeah.
It didn't happen. I Googled it and I was like, what the
It got me on the HBO. I was searching and it was like great female directors. I was like, there's no way a lady wrote The Matrix.
Yeah. Well, allegedly they stole that from a black woman. who wrote
Really?
a comic book that was very much The Matrix, and then they were able to turn it into a film. And this is all alleged.
Oh, that could be the impetus for the
Yeah.
yeah. Be like, oh,
Switching it up.
we're on safe
Yeah,
base. You
Yeah,
can't
we're on
get us.
base.
True.
Can't touch us.
Damn, bro. Just another fucking example of honky stealing black culture.
Well, yeah. Or it's the same thing as Spacey being like, I can't be a pedophile because I'm a homosexual. That was his defense, you know?
True. Sliding the
There you
safe.
go. I got bad news for you.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's a lot of them.
That Venn diagram?
All right. Well, we should probably
I think we
switch
did it.
over.
Yeah.
No,
Join
no,
us on the Patreon. Oh wait.
Let's swallow this.
Yeah. Join us on the Patreon.
Yeah.